Welcome to the weekend live show.
508 is where I'm from.
We run down the biggest stories of the week with you every Saturday night. Let us know in the comments right now where you reppin'.
Apache Junction, Taunton, Worcester, Long Island, Manchard, South Florida, Webster, Malden, Framingham, Tucson, Billerica, Salem, Gloucester, Moosop, Connecticut, Charleston, South Carolina, Roslindale, Moosop, Connecticut, London, Hanson, Glendale, Arizona, Lynn, Mapleville, Quincy.
Food stands, leave your clothes, buddy, and then we're
You a funny ass guy, man.
Have you ever heard of Turtleboy? Yeah? Are you a fan?
508 is where I'm from.
Hey, what's up?
508 is where I'm from.
How was that?
You a freaking idiot. Stop telling people that I'm mentally deranged and stupid.
Call me Aidan. He's not a doctor, but...
Get out of my store, please.
You're a fucking loser.
You are a loser.
You're not a journalist. You're nobody. You're not turtle hair. Don't make such fun of the criminal justice system.
NFL on the house, blog that.
Let's get this
It's go, 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 go time. Tick, tick, boom. Bring the noise. Go, baby, we bringing our toys. Separating from the boys. Chopper be singing, should be on the voice. Bang, bang, we gon' ride out. Gang, gang, we don't die out. Want it like this, ain't no timeouts. Tell me who really gon' find out. We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep. Tick, tick, boom. Hard body, and not scaring nobody. You make me resort to wildin'. You must be blind by the diamonds. I didn't want it to be this way, but y'all won't need to try this. So it's no way around it. You the loudest one, it's going quiet. We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep. It's go, 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 go time. Tick, tick, boom. You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep. It's go, 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 go time. Tick, tick, boom.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How's everyone doing out there today? Good, good, excellent. Welcome to the live show, ladies and gentlemen. The weekend show is back. We took a week off last week because they were trying to lock me up, but now we're back and we're ready to rock and we're ready to play. We're not messing around anymore, so we are back in fighting spirits. So welcome to the live show, ladies and gentlemen. If it's your first time here, we do this every Tuesday and Saturday night, normally Saturday nights, at 9 p.m. Sharp. I actually get here on time this year. That was my New Year's resolution, and I kind of feel like I stuck to it, so that's pretty cool. So 9 p.m. So make sure you smash that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and hit the notification bell because you never know when we're going to do an impromptu live. I think I'm able to get on YouTube on my phone now, so I might even do some lives from my phone. I've been using Facebook a lot. I've been doing a lot of impromptu lives on my new Facebook page. Check out my new Facebook page, guys. Just my real name, Aidan Kearney. That's my real name, by the way, if you're new here. AIDANKEARNEY. I had to start it because I'm locked out of the Clarence Woods Emerson account, which was my primary account. But the police have that, so I can't get that right now. The fake police, let's be honest. The fake police. Tully, he's not a real cop. Tully's just a pussy with a badge and a gun. That's all he's ever going to be. And I'm going to have the last laugh with that guy. I'll tell you that much right now. I'm not the least bit worried about this. The more I read these charging documents, the more I realize that not only is Karen Reed going to walk free very easily, but so am I. And we're actually going to help each other out a lot in that regard. So I think this is the biggest mistake they ever made, but we'll get to that. So yeah, follow all the socials that are listed in the description below. Let's see what else. Notification bell, Rumble. We got the Rumble rats out there. How many Rumble rats we got watching right now? You guys can subscribe to our Rumble if you want, because YouTube has a tendency of shutting us down a lot. I see about almost 100 people watching over there right now. There it is. Yeah, how about them Patriots? The Patriots won today. That's pretty cool. I missed it. I didn't. I'm like, I'm not watching this shit. They're gonna get murdered, and then they win the game. NFL's crazy like that. So watch, they'll get murdered by the Dolphins next week. So maybe they'll win. I don't know. Maybe I'm like, why the fuck did we lose to the Saints? Why did we lose to all these crappy teams? I don't understand this, but yeah, we'll see. Anyway, it was a close one, but again, it's the Bills. They're supposed to be good. Am I forgetting anything? Social media. Oh, if you guys like the program and you want to donate to it and you want to help the turtle out, you can click at the link at the top. That's something called Turtle Chat. You click on that, you can donate whatever amount of money you want. And when you do that, you get to write a little message with it, and I'll get a notification in my inbox, and I'll read it out loud to the class. Or you can cash at me at $UncleTurtleboy. We've already got a couple turtle chats. Let me read them. We got Deanna sends $10 and says, it's incredibly frustrating and heartbreaking to see that John had to sacrifice his life, Karen her freedom temporarily, and your rights temporarily to expose what is happening right in our backyards. Evil walks amongst us, but so do heroes. Good luck this week. We are with you. Oh, and tell those Twitter trolls they better leave my boyfriend alone. Yeah, I don't try not to pay attention to Twitter trolls. It's not good for your it's like, you got to remember, these aren't real people. They're just fake names, and they win when you even interact with them, because they're sick. I mean, they're sick in the head, these people. So it's best for your mental health and your mind, body, and soul to just ignore them. So I would recommend. So thank you, Deanna. I appreciate that. $20 from Sema and says, keep on fighting the good fight. Can I send a cash app on Thursday for a round of drinks when Kate loses? Yes. So about that on Thursday. So I made an announcement when I was doing a shout out to all the protesters this weekend, by the way, all the peaceful protesters all over the place. I went to a Central Mass one today. It was organized. It was in Oxford, and then it went up to Worcester to Kelly Square, and I joined them at Kelly Square. I'm really sorry I missed the Oxford portion of it, but it was really cool. And I missed a kid there. I'm going to meet her eventually. I'll meet her at the next one. I'll shake her hand. It was really nice of her to come out. But, it's just really humbling to see all these people out there. You're like, people are protesting on my behalf. Like, that's wild. That's wild. Because, we've been protesting on behalf of Karen, and we will continue to do so. But somehow I've become part of this too, which I did not want to happen. I mean, that wasn't my first choice. I'll take it. But it is what it is. So shout out to all the peaceful protesters there today. It is wild, man. Just check out the Justice for John and Karen page. You guys with the highway protests, I mean, those are insane. Those are everywhere now. Overpasses all over the state. There are people holding up free Karen Reed signs everywhere, man. It is impossible to drive around in the state and not see it. Like, it's getting to that point. And you know what I thought today? It's like, one of the things I'm being charged with is you're trying to taint a jury pool. I mean, how ridiculous is that? Taint a jury pool. Taint them with what? Taint seems to be a synonym for educate in their mind. So basically, up until this point, the state has been lying about what happened to John O'Keefe. Lying, covering it up to protect people who murdered John O'Keefe, who are literally the most protected people in the country, man. Like, they're up there with like the people on the Epstein list. These people, it is wild. They literally killed a man, and the most powerful people, the state police, the district attorney's office, are not only refusing to investigate them, they are framing an innocent woman for what they quite clearly did. And they are willing to arrest an award-winning journalist for the crime of criticizing them and investigating them and asking them tough questions that the police won't ask. And the more I think about it, the more absurd it is that Brian Tully himself was the one that came and arrested me. Like the guy, I mean, how is that? That's going to be a problem for them, I think. The fact that the guy that I have been criticizing up there almost as much as anyone, the man who ultimately, he is just as bad as Michael Proctor is. He is just as bad. He has done just as much bad stuff because it is his job. Tully's job was to act as a check on corruption. Like, that's why we have bosses. Any other job, when I was a teacher, if one of the teachers was like, you know, acting inappropriately with a student, all the other teachers would ostracize them. And if a complaint came down, the principal would not back them up. The principal would punish them, put them on leave, whatever. Even the union wouldn't back you up. But with police, it's like you got this corrupt detective, Proctor, and his boss, 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏, is going along with it. And their boss, Tully, is going along with it. And it's a real cultural rot that exists only in police. This does not exist in any other line of work where there is a culture of it's okay to cover shit up. Like, it's okay to, we got to protect each other no matter what. We got to protect each other. It doesn't work that way in any other profession. It is your job. Like, it is Tully's job. We can't have corrupt cops. If we do, that's why we need lieutenants to smell that shit out and hold them responsible. Like, you should be afraid of the boss. Clearly, they're not afraid of their bosses. And the fact that the lieutenant who's really should have come, you know, down on this from the beginning is the one that personally came to my house and had the audacity to put cuffs on me. I mean, that's going to be a problem for them. It's too bad. It's too bad that, I mean, I'll never trust the police again. I will never. I'll trust individual police officers, but I won't trust the institution of the police. No way. I will question everything they do from now on, and rightfully so. They have these, and it's not all the other police's fault. It's these cops' fault. They have violated the public trust, and the other cops should be furious about that because they made your job a lot harder. They made it hard. Like, people aren't going to trust you because of them. They're going to associate you with them, and that's a shame. That's a shame. Anyway, so where was I going with that? Oh, the turtle chat here. So, yeah, so on Thursday, I have a hearing on Thursday. So Krusty Panties, the person who threatened David Yannetti, who somehow was given access to my phone records by the police 2 hours afterwards, quite clearly. She has a trial date in Boston at West Roxbury District Court, I believe at 9 a.m. She has been, for the last, I don't know, for about like a year or so, she harassed, threatened, and stalked a woman by the name of Lauren, who I was friends with. I am friends with. And, you know, for the sole crime of being associated with me. Posted her address, sent someone to her house, posted pictures of her that she did not have permission to post, and literally said that she was doing so simply because of her association with me. So Lauren got an order on her in like last August, not this previous, like August 2022. 2 days after she got the temporary ex parte order on her, Krusty Panties violated it. On she does like an online thing, YouTube, and she violated it, and the Boston police filed a criminal complaint against her because she spoke directly to the victim on a YouTube stream. You can't do that. Then 2 weeks later, the 2-part hearing was held, and she had some girl boss attorney, and she tried their tactic was basically to slut shame this woman and push it all on me, which made them, it was the worst defense I've ever seen in court. Elise, what was her name? Elise Gershon? Was that the lady's name? Girl boss attorney. It was not good. And the judge granted a full year order and also pointed out, like Lauren's attorney at the hearing pointed out, Judge, the Boston police have filed a criminal complaint against her. They found probable cause. They charged her. She filed a motion to dismiss. It was denied. I would go to her court dates to ask her about this, to question her about this. And then she brought some thug crackhead with her, crackhead Andrew Luck. He assaulted me on video, and now he's being charged with a crime. Also known as witness intimidation, by the way. When you bring someone to court with you and you physically assault somebody on the courthouse stairs to try to keep them from going to court, it's called witness intimidation. Yeah. So he's being charged with a crime. She's got, and like most people would have just taken a quaff and just moved on, but she wants to take it to trial. And she also picked up another charge. The Stoughton police now are also charging this individual, 𝗺ście 𝗵𝗂𝗧𝘂𝗍, with violating an order because she was at my hearing, and so was the victim, Lauren. When that happens, you must leave. She has to leave. And unlike Lauren had a reason to be there. I know Lauren. This one doesn't know any parties involved and is just there because they're obsessed with me. And it's just like, so she picked up, so she has, long story short, she has her trial on Thursday. And anyone can go to this if they'd like to support Lauren there. Again, this is the official spokesperson for the Alberts is on trial Thursday for violation of a harassment prevention order repeatedly in West Roxbury. It's all open to the public. Anyone can go. And I would encourage you to do so. Now, I will not be there because I have court on Thursday. So this is an announcement. I have my first hearing in the matters involving the whatever number of felony charges against me out of Stoughton District Court. Except our hearing is going to be in Norfolk Superior Court. It will not be heard by Auntie Bev. It will be heard by a judge by the name of 𝗃, who 𝗃 was the initial judge in the Karen Reed case, or one of the, it was before Kearney, BC, before Kearney. And hold on one sec. I'm going to bring up my docket real quick. I have my own docket now. This is cool. Kearney. Aidan. All right. So let's see what the official docket says. So the docket says that it's a petition for bail review. And so basically we are going to be, because there's a lot of things. The judge said that it was overly broad on purpose, the stay away order. And I didn't have like a real lawyer there to defend me or argue, principles or anything like that. It was kind of caught in the dark. I mean, there's a lot of shit about this that's really messed up. Like how they got my phone, they kind of coerced. I had to give them my code or else I was going to spend the night in jail. Like it was kind of messed up. So we're going to be fighting all that. I'm blurry on the feed. Am I blurry? Yeah. Why is it so blurry? Has it been like this the whole time? Did it just get blurry? Huh. Yeah, it is blurry, huh? See if I can refresh. What's up with that? Why is it so blurry? Hold on. Is that better? I don't know. Weird. Maybe it'll correct itself. If not, we'll figure it out. Clean. I mean, it looks perfectly fine on my end. On the StreamYard, I can see it perfectly. It's crisp as hell. Crisp. I mean, I could try it one more time. Clearing that off. Is that any better? Not really. I don't know what's going on. Let me try one trick, actually, because this is going to annoy the shit out of me. Hold on. First, I'm going to switch to the different camera. I'm going to go to this one real quick. It's not going to be the same. It's going to be weird. Okay, that's going to be weird. We don't like that. Now we like this one. Okay, hopefully that fixes it. We'll see. Nope. Definitely not fixed. Whatever. We'll just deal with it. It's going to be a little blurry. It's worse. It's worse. I'll refresh it in a little bit if it doesn't self-correct. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, the turtle logo is good, right? We're good. Let me just refresh it. Hold on. It's worse. Everyone's saying it's worse. I'm going to exit out. I'm going to be right back. Hold on. All right. How's it looking now? Is it still blurry? Are we there? It's still blurry. All right, whatever. Anyway, it's good enough. We're going to stick with it and deal with it. Just have another drink. There you go. It's fine. We're good. All right. Anyway, guys, so I have a hearing and it's for bail review because we need to review like these stay away orders. They prevent me from doing my job. My job is to investigate and, protest. And I mean, I don't know what my official role is. I'm a journalist, but I'm also an activist and I'm also somewhat of a satirist. And I don't know, I do a lot of things, but I can't do a lot of those things with this order in place because they, many of the people who have orders on me are the primary subjects of my award-winning journalism. So it makes it hard for me to continue to do that. So that needs to be revised. And there's other things like what if I'm in the Boston Garden and one of them's there? Like, is that okay? Like, what am I supposed to do then? Like, how does that work? Like a lot of this shit, like the judge said it was overly broad on purpose, which you're not allowed to do. So, but they did it anyway, and it is what it is. So anyway, you're all welcome to go to her court hearing. Because the only reason she's relevant at all in this is that she is an official spokesperson for the Alberts and the McCabe's, and has threatened David Yannetti that we saw this week, and and clearly is getting information directly from the Massachusetts State Police or indirectly, doesn't matter. But anyway, we'll be talking about this. So thank you, Sema. Next Turtle Chat is from Danny, sends $25. Says OG Turtle Rider from day one. Much love and respect from Idaho. Woo! How about that? Gonna bang through some others here. Rose sends $5 and says big birthday shout out to a huge Turtle Rider, Giovanni at Fairfield University. Stags up. Absolutely. And also shout out to 1-year-old Griffin from Canton. I met some Canton people recently. And I took a picture with a baby for the first time. I've never done that. I feel like a politician now. I'm taking pictures with babies and shit. So shout out to 1-year-old Griffin out there. You have a bright future ahead of you, young man. Keep up the good work. And don't stay at bars too late. There we go. Okay. Rose sends $5. So she says, big birthday shout out to a huge Turtle Rider, Giovanni at Fairfield University. Stags up. Appreciate that. Go Giovanni. Cookie sends $25 and says, how clogged are Morrissey's D's arteries? Surprised he hasn't had a heart attack. Oh my dude, he looks like a walking heart attack. Tracy sends $10 and says, I missed the mediocre chicken parm protests. And Jim Ferris is rude. Peace, Turtle Riders. Love you, Dr. Turtleboy. Yeah, that's another thing that needs to be revised. So we'll see what we can do there. And again, if you'd like to come, it's in Norfolk Superior Court, 9:00 Thursday. It's open to the public. You're more than welcome to come. I will be there. I also have, I want to read to you now, my attorney, Tim Bradel, has issued an official press release that I'm just getting right now. I'm reading it for the first time. So I'm just going to read it out loud. It says, to selected media outlets from the law office of Timothy J. Bradel, PC, in regards to the defense of award-winning investigative journalist Aidan Kearney. The law office of Timothy J. Bradel, PC, is pleased and privileged to announce that we've been retained by Aidan Kearney, aka Turtleboy, in connection with the scurrilous prosecution mounted against him by the Norfolk County District Attorney. Attorney Bradel will represent Mr. Kearney along with a talented team of investigators and forensic experts in unleashing its unprecedented retaliatory, misguided prosecution. The Norfolk County District Attorney's Office and the Massachusetts State Police have opened up a new dark chapter in the annals of censorship and suppression of those on the front lines of investigating and criticizing the government. We call on the state police and the District Attorney's Office to immediately halt this prosecution and bury these censorious tactics. Ooh, I love it. We cannot allow the government to selectively weaponize criminal statutes to suppress legitimate voices of its political enemies. That's good. Fighting back. They have trampled on Turtleboy's civil rights, stolen his ability to earn a living, and upped the ante to new levels in the multi-front censorship war on the public's entitlement to good government and our right to know. This will not stand. To date, we have demanded that the state police cease and desist any further searches until we can litigate the appointment of third parties to screen and protect Turtleboy's privacy and unrelated sources. The special prosecutor has just agreed to halt the further pillaging of Turtleboy's electronic devices until this point is litigated. We have appealed the district court's overbroad stay-away orders to the Norfolk Superior Court. The hearing will be this week, Thursday at 9. We have demanded the return of Mr. Kearney's phones and computers, the tools of his trade. We have requested early production of search warrants, discovery, and exculpatory evidence. The pretrial hearing is set for December 5th. What is at stake here? Time-honored journalistic tactics aimed at getting to the truth cannot be twisted into felonies. Journalists cannot be arrested and their homes invaded when they discover and publish truths the government or its favored friends find uncomfortable or inconvenient. Investigating government corruption requires sharp tactics and relentless methods, all of which fuel the discovery of truth. The defense and preservation of freedom of speech should bring together patriots from all political corners to urge the Norfolk District Attorney and the state police to abandon these tactics, dismiss these cases, and apologize for their abuses of power. We intend to honor these principles by securing victory for Mr. Kearney, which will be a victory for the First Amendment for all of us. That was awesome. That was dope. That was great. Oh, man, I'm in good hands. That's great, man. That is fantastic. I'm fired up. It's so true. It's so true. So we're ready to fight. We're ready to do this. We're not going to take this standing down. We're not going to allow them to trample on our First Amendment rights, and neither should anyone else. Even if you don't like me, even if you don't like the things that I say, you should have a problem with this, because if they can do it to me, they can do it to anyone. Okay, Rose sends $5 and says, Turtleboy, please give my best friend Will a birthday shout out. Happy birthday, Will. He's a huge fan of Adam Lally. We haven't forgotten about you, you corrupt piece of shit. Yeah, he did. He doesn't have an order on me, at least. So there's that. Riggs Kane sends nothing. Except, okay. Okay, all right, anyway. Next up is Bob sends $50, says, from Jenna Rocco's dad. Hey, I heard she helped you work the internet machine to watch the Turtleboy show. It's great to see. Great to see, Bob. Keep up the good fight, he says. We are all with you all the way. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate that, sir. Eddie and Helen sent a hundo. Thank you. He said, we support you 1000%. We've always loved turtles and salamanders. From Canton RFCs. I think that's random fucking citizens. Thank you, Eddie and Helen. A sends $10 and says, can you please read that chat question out loud to the class before you answer those of us listening in the car? Thank you for being a real journalist and justice for John O'Keefe. Well, thank you very much. I don't really get the question, but I will. I'll try. Kathleen sends $25 and says, I'm still hoping the FBI is going after 𝗵𝗫𝗍. What do you think? Oh, of course they are. They're not wasting all their time for nothing. No way. No way are they wasting all their time for nothing. And, you know, even if it goes to trial, right? Like, this all has to come out. Like, they can't just keep it a secret. Like, whatever they've discovered has to come out. That's what makes me think they'll have no choice but to indict the people who did this prior to the trial. And by the way, if there's an indictment, that means Karen Reed doesn't get tried, and it would mean I wouldn't get tried. I would hope, because if the victims suddenly turn into the defendants, then there is no witness intimidation. So, thank you very much. Rachel sends $10 and says, we ain't got no quit. Love you, Turtleboy. Love you too, Rachel. Appreciate that. K-Max sends 25, says, I would rather walk to Florida before I give up my passcode for my phone. Any regrets with that one? So you know what? I mean, what? Okay, so here's I've heard some people say this shit. It's like, okay, first of all, you've never been in this position before, but they got my phone, right? And they're like, Tully was like, you want to make a call? Yeah, I want to call my mom. What's her phone number? I don't know. It's in my phone. I don't know anyone's phone number. I literally don't know a single person's phone number. And he's like, well, on your own then. Like, basically, like, you're fucked. I mean, that was the kind of rolled his eyes like, okay. What he should have done is said, okay, your phone, you're in Holden at the state police barracks. Your house is 10 minutes from here. We'll drive your phone to you and you can get the number out of it. You can retrieve the number and then call it. But instead, they basically said, if you want to call somebody to come give you a ride home and bail you out, I thought bail was going to be like 20 grand. If you want somebody to do that, then we're going to need to get your phone. And in order to do that, I had no other choice. So keep in mind, I didn't know anything that was going on. I did not know that at 9 o'clock or 9:30, whatever, the whole world knew about my arrest. I did not know that there was going to be media down there, that there was going to be crowds down there. For all I knew, they wanted to do this under the cover of darkness. I assumed they did. I assumed they wouldn't be stupid enough to parade me in front of the media, but they did, like idiots. So I thought I was going to just get brought down there quietly, arraigned, and like held there. Like they wanted me to keep me in jail. So I'm like thinking, I can't spend the night here. I got to get the kids off the bus. Like, what am I going to do? So I had no choice. I was like coerced into it. Like, what were my options? What were my options? And I'm like, you're going to get in the phone anyway, right? You got a gray key. I think that's what it's called. He's like, yeah, but it'll take longer. So basically he's like, yeah, we're going to get into your phone eventually, but you might have to spend the night in jail. Like, that's the way it was presented to me. Where is that Ford Edge? That's what I'd like to know. So anyway, it is what it is. So until you're in that position, you'll never know. Do I regret it? Not really. I think that what I should have said was like, bring my phone down here. Then we'll look at it together. I need to get in my phone. I'll punch in the passcode. We'll be good. Or lawyer. But of course, they won't even let me see a lawyer at the time. I didn't even have a lawyer's phone number. It's like, it's weird, But anyway, we'll see how that works out for them. Just remember that. We'll just see how that works out for them. And because we can argue coercion on that. And anything they find, we'll try to get it thrown out. Again, I don't even know what's in there. Like, I have like 23,000 photos on my cloud. I have a million messages, text messages, Facebook messages, which I don't even know if they have a right to go through. Because what if I've logged into my mom's Facebook on my phone before? Like, what if they took my phone and I was logged into my mom's account? They couldn't search my account then, right? They should not be able to look at your Facebook or social media because it's a separate entity from your phone. You just happen to be logged into that account when they took the phone, right? So if I was logged into my mom's account, would they look through my mom's account? No, of course not. If I was not logged into the Clarence Woods Emerson account, would they make me log into it? No. You have to get a separate warrant, a subpoena from Facebook itself. You can't just go on someone's phone and say, well, you happen to be logged into Facebook, so I get to look through your Facebook. That's not how it works. It's an external app. So you have a right to look at text messages. Well, you don't have a right to, but the warrant allows you to look at text messages, phone. So we're going to fight that. Like, they should not, that needs to be litigated. That needs to be figured out. And yeah, my mom's good. Thank you. She had surgery that came back and we got rid of it. So that's good. God bless modern medicine. And this is another big thing, K. O'Brien, is the messages people sent me. Because it's not just my rights that were violated, it's everyone's, man. Like, you don't think the first thing that they did when they went through that phone is look for police sources? Find out who the snitches are? I mean, you gave a bunch of dirty cops access to information, confidential information about good cops who were ratting on them. Think about that. Think how dangerous that is. Everyone should be offended by that. All of your messages that you sent me, they can look through all of them. Who will ever trust me as a source again if they can just come up with any bullshit reason to take your phone? And as we're going to see tonight, it's all bullshit. All the shit they found. All the shit. So again, and it's literally a fishing expedition. The reason that we haven't seen the warrant for what they got the phone for. Like, we haven't even seen what they presented to get the warrant for the phone. We'll get that before the hearing on December 5th. It's just like they're doing the same shit with Karen Reed. They're hiding shit. But I can't imagine what it would be. As far as I understand, they think I wiretapped 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 in the bathroom because I literally posted a video on Twitter of me at the urinal in the Norfolk Superior Courthouse. I'm in the urinal. You see me whizzing. You don't see anything. You just see my face. And I look to the side and I talk to someone. Now, I claimed in the Twitter post that I was talking to 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. But do you hear 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 in the video? No. Do you see 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 in the video? No. There's no audio or video of him in that. Therefore, it's not wiretapping. You need audio for wiretapping. There is no audio of him. There's no evidence that he's even there. There's just me posting on Twitter. How do you know I'm not fucking with you? We'll see. And they are literally using that. Either way, there's no audio of him, so it can't be wiretapping. And it's my understanding that they use that to get my phone, that they believe that there is more information about that 12-second video, which I publicly posted on Twitter, which he does not appear or is heard. And they're saying that, so if they misunderstand what wiretapping is, and they use that as a way to start a fishing expedition to look for wiretapping, that can all be thrown out. Like, we're dealing with stupid cops here, like really dumb cops, really, really, really dumb cops. That's the one thing we have for an advantage, and desperate cops too. This is a move of desperation on their part. So anyway, there's that dono. So no, thank you very much. Next one is, Kathleen says $10 and says, best of luck on Thursday. Justice will prevail for both you and Karen Reed. And of course, John O'Keefe. Absolutely. Kathleen, thank you. NDF sends $10, says Lally is going to need a dictionary to understand the press release. It was powerful. It really was. What a great press release. Thank you. Turtle sends $5, says, can't you call your phone carrier and say it's stolen or confiscated and transfer your phone number to a burner phone? That's exactly what I did. So you can get the verification code when you forgot my password on Facebook. It just doesn't work that way on Facebook because my Facebook account is tied to an email, and it only lets me, it's weird. Like, I can get into everything except Clarence. I got my Gmail back. I got my YouTube back. I can't get Facebook back. What? Good question. Do we have any more turtle chats? A couple more. Then we'll get started. Oxford Worcester sends $28 and says, live turtle. Live turtle. Okay, excellent. Next one is from Scott, since 26, says the war for the truth has come at great expense, both financial and human. Battle to our goal, victory. Thank you very much, Scott. Michael sends $28 and says, again, live the turtle sighting. Oxford Worcester. Thank you, Michael. Al Do sends $5 and says, justice for Karen and Doc Kearney from your friends on Brush Hill, Blue Hill, and the 12 tribes of Milton. Excellent. That's Northern Canton, right? I believe. Excellent. Thank you, Al Do. Kyle V sends $10 and says, if your spokesperson looks like Jonah Hill's asshole and cares about adjectives more than her own kids, you might have made a mistake. Some women age like fine wine. Like this one ages like Poland Spring vodka. 𝗧𝗧. Wish I could have joined instead of asking where to get a mediocre chicken parm. Oh, is that you that drove by and asked that? This community is awesome. Yeah, thank you very much. And Sarah sends $5, says, how did Lauren know to go to the hearing? Just curious, since no one knew. But she got there like 11 o'clock, so it was already all over the news at that point. So cash apps real quick, and then I promise we'll get started here. Let's see. Shirley sends $10. No comment. Thank you, Shirley. Christina sends $10 and says, Western Massachusetts supports you. I haven't forgotten about the 413. Thank you, Christina. Street Squirrel sends $5 and says, Morrissey is one Twinkie away from a heart attack. Yeah, to say the least. Edward Todd sends $25 and says, it's not a conspiracy, it's SOP. Atkinson, New Hampshire. Excellent, Edward. Nicholas sends $5 and says, next week giveaway for your Pats tickets for your defense. Next week giveaway for you Pats tickets. Oh, thank you very much. So that's going to be on the raffle. Yeah, the Rockers are doing God's work, man. Let me tell you. Val sends $20 and says, let's go Worcester Cowboys, 10 and under. Going to the Central Mass Super Bowl. All right, good job. Melissa sends $20 and says, let's start the dono train for the doctor's defense. I agree with that one. Jane sends $15 and says, reppin' in Kava. Let's fucking go. Free Karen Reed. You got that right. So, all right, cool. So if anyone else wants to donate, you can click at the link at the top for Turtle Chat, or you can send Cash App for $, Uncle Turtleboy, and I will read your message out loud to the class. Let's get this party started, shall we? Let's talk. I know is it still blur? I wonder if I share my screen, if it's still going to be blurry. I hope not. Okay. So look first of all, everyone should watch subscribe to the guy by the name of the 𝗃𝗄𝗃. It's a little hard to say, 𝗃𝗄𝗃 on YouTube. I have been watching his streams. They're excellent. He's done like 5 streams breaking down the charging documents against me and just how ridiculous and bogus they are. And we're going to revisit a lot of those tonight. But we're also going to revisit some new stuff that we haven't talked about yet. So the primary things against me, right, in the 70-page charging document, 90% of it is they just took a bunch of clips from YouTube shows out of context and played them out loud. And some of them sound like ominous. I still haven't heard anything illegal in them, but some of them sound like ominous, like I sound scary almost. But if you actually play the entire clip and you hear the context, you're like, oh, they're completely misrepresenting what he's saying. So that's kind of half of it, is the out of context clips. But also the other half that shouldn't be ignored is that I have more times than I can count made statements on this show and during live streams in which I make it clear that I come in peace and I am not a threat to anyone, which is the exact opposite of what the state is claiming I am. The state is claiming that I am trying to harass or threaten these people in order to obstruct justice, to prevent a judicial proceeding from moving forward. When in fact, it's actually the opposite. I am encouraging them to speak the truth to power. And I am doing I'm encouraging them not to hide. Right. And so it's the exact opposite that has happened here. And so I asked a team of people to come together and find clips. Now, I want to thank the people that organized this. Okay. They put a lot of time into it and I appreciate that. And they delegated people to do assignments. And about over half the people just didn't do their assignment. And this is why we can't count. Like, this is why I only trust certain people. Like, if you're going to volunteer to help on an important matter, then help, then do it. Or just don't volunteer. I know it probably feels good to come forward, like, I'll help. And then you don't do it. It's like, well, then you're fucking us over. So don't do that. That's not cool. So I need people that are actually dedicated to it. And this is why I get a million people offering message. It's like, I can't, it's too many people. It's a weird situation. I don't know what to do. I have so many people offering to help. And then you start assigning things and then people just don't do it. Or people don't follow directions. Like, so what I was looking for, and a lot of people did do this. I want it short and sweet. Give me timestamps where I am saying things in which I'm making it clear that I'm not a threat. That's it. Instead, I got entire transcripts of like entire shows. Like, they just copied and pasted it. It's like, no. I'm trying to save time here. Like, that's the whole purpose of this. So thank you for trying to help people who did. And I do appreciate that. But again, if you're going to volunteer, please actually do it. That's all I'm asking. So anyway, because now I kind of got to start from scratch with a lot of these, but I took it upon myself to do a bunch of these on my own. And so I'm going to go through now and I'm going to play some of the greatest clips here of me doing the exact opposite of what they claim I was doing. Let's go. Oh, and LTL too is doing great. Yeah. I mean, has he done more streams? He had me on the other day. Is he doing more streams on this? Is he doing like breakdowns of the whole charging docs? If so, check him out as well. And the Young Jerks, they do a great job as well. There's a lot of channels covering this stuff. So, but the glare is just wild. He just sits there and drinks a fucking pot of coffee, like black, I think, and just rips butts. It's fucking wild till like midnight. It's funny. All right. Anyway, let's watch some of these. My greatest hits. Okay, here we go. And you're no different from them. You're just as bad as them, except you hide behind the thin blue line. Those people all hated police and proudly wore it. You masquerade as a police supporter, but you're not. You're a cop killer. And all the blue lights in front of your fucking house, which I'll be back. Trust me. And that's not a threat. That's investigative journalism we're doing here, folks. I'm going to come at the most awkward, embarrassing times. I'm going to embarrass you in front of your kids. Your kids are going to know, all your kids' friends. Keyword, not a threat. I made it very clear there. Not a threat. I'm going to ask you questions in public places, which is perfectly legal. a lot of people might say that's, a lot of people have said they're uncomfortable with me doing that, and that's fine. I'm not everyone's cup of tea, okay? But what you can't argue is that it's illegal. Like, it's not, like, that is the issue right now, is not whether whether or not it's ethical, or whether or not it's moral, or whether or not it's, this should be like, you don't talk to people at lacrosse games, right? We're only debating here whether or not it is illegal. And clearly it's not. I'm like, dude, it's not, it's not a threat. So there's one. Well, here's another one. And this is a message that someone sent me that one of the victims sent. I mean, they're obviously liking it. A Turtle Rider sent that to me. And I guess that was the message that she received today from one of the victims who was clearly using this as an opportunity to try to, pass it along to authorities. Like, I'm going to go, kind of like when you call the cops when somebody shows up and tries to order a chicken parm, something like that. Like, it's similar to that. In your fucking pants as you should be. Ask Monica Cannon Grant. Ask Kylie Kirkpatrick. Ask Leah Jindu. So go down the line of people who I have held accountable and whose lives have severely changed and been charged with crimes as a result of my reporting. You're next, bitch. Context there. Context. Again, listen to that one more time. Listen to the people I'm naming. In your fucking pants as you should be. Ask Monica Cannon Grant. Ask Kylie Kirkpatrick. Ask Leah Jindu. So go down the line. I'm saying you're shitting your pants as you should be. That was the quote that I said there. And I'm referring to people that I believe will be getting arrested or indicted in the future for their involvement in murdering John O'Keefe. And I say, and ask Monica Cannon Grant. Ask Kylie Kirkpatrick. Both of them are facing felony charges as a result of my relentless reporting. So that is not a threat. Like, the two people I name right there, Kylie Kirkpatrick and Monica Cannon Grant, are both being charged with felonies as a direct result of my reporting. So that is I'm not threatening to hurt anyone. I'm saying that my reporting is going to land you in jail, is going to land you with charges. It's like very clear. When I name those two people, the context of that is very important, because I didn't beat up Monica Cannon Grant or Kylie Kirkpatrick. I'm not a threat to either of them in that regard. Of people who I have held accountable and whose lives have severely changed and been charged with crimes as a result of my reporting. You're next, bitch. So again, if they just play that "you're next, bitch," like, that sounds bad. But play the entire thing. You're next at what? You're next in getting indicted. Like, context matters. Again, I could use better language for sure. That would not sound as bad in a courtroom if it's read out loud in context. But I shouldn't have to censor myself because the state will act in bad faith and take comments that I make out of context intentionally for the purpose of charging me with a felony with the intent of silencing me, essentially. And shout out to MLS too. Went on his show the other day. Great, man. There's a lot of good lawyer shit on YouTube. And I'll tell you one thing, just from watching the MLS analysis, Making Law Simple analysis of it, even when I wasn't on there too, like, the content that you can get on YouTube when compared to the mainstream media is just not comparable. Like, the content that you can get and the information that you can get from random people with a YouTube channel is astronomically more informational than anything you can get from any mainstream media channel. Like, all they do is just regurgitate whatever the charging documents are, whatever was said in court. They don't do any analysis, nothing. They do not think for themselves at all. It's just bizarre. So that's a quote. Next one. What do we got here?
Yeah.
Has he done that? Well, first of all, Your Honor, if I want to go to her children's sporting events, I will, because they're public. And it's not to cheer on her children. It has nothing to do with her children. I'm just going there. I would be going there to ask Jen McCabe questions, because that's where to find her. She goes out in public. Like, Jen McCabe wants to keep living life like things are normal, but they're not. As Marlo Stanfield once said,
that was a good quote.
You want things to be one way, but they the other way. And that's what you want it.
It's me watching me watching me.
Like, or as Slim Charles once said, the thing about the old days is they the old days. It's not the old days anymore, Jen. You don't just get to walk around living like a law-abiding citizen. You participated in the murder and cover-up of said murder. And for that, you don't get to just going to your kids' games uninterrupted. Things are about to get really uncomfortable for you now, just to let you know that. Especially now that I know that I'm getting to you. Ho, ho, ho. That was a mistake. That was a huge mistake. Because now it's like time to accelerate, and that's not a threat. That's me saying that I'm going to keep questioning you, and I know that it's a sensitive issue now because you want to keep going to your... I think they use that in the charging documents, the accelerate comment, which sounds bad when you say it. But I specifically read after that, and that's not a threat. The very next sentence, that's not a threat. But they don't play that part. Your daughter's games. She's really upset about the way that this is. Oh, the 13th juror is doing great work too. Check her out. There's a lot of good content. Thank you, Jen, for highlighting that. So again, just stating straight up, I'm not a threat to you, but I am going to investigate the crap out of you. Next one, what do we got here? Right, you don't want to come forward. You fear the Alberts, but you should fear me. Like not like physical fear. Not physical fear. But like I said, the Alberts fear me much more than I fear them. Because I have the ability to severely change their lives. And that goes for you too, Stephen. I mean, it couldn't be more transparent there. What I'm saying is I'm not a physical threat to you. I've said it a million times. I am not a physical threat to you. But my reporting is a threat to your freedom. And that's just a fact. It's just a fact. That's like saying that Bob Woodward and Carl Bernstein, like their reporting was a threat to Richard Nixon's presidency, because it was. They had to resign as a result of it. Or saying that like the Boston Globe's spotlight team was a threat to the Catholic Church, because it was. It was. Their credibility was never the same after that. It's just a fact. This is like, I cannot wait for all these to come out. Here's another one from court, from the protest.
By now, I've seen some of them. I got the DC. I've seen some of the usual suspects, but I'll tell you one thing. Usually, there's a lot more of them by now, and they're not here right now. Not because they're physically afraid of any of us, because we're not a threat to anybody. We're not violent like them. They're not here right now because they're afraid to show their face, because they are ashamed to show their face. They are ashamed to walk up these stairs and get called exactly what they are. Cop killers. That's what they are. They're cop killers. And they know if they have to walk up these stairs, we're going to call them exactly that. And we're not going to hurt them. We're going to let justice. We're going to let the court system do it. When you don't like somebody, you don't kill them. If they did something wrong to you, if they broke the law, then you deal with it the legal way. If you don't like somebody, if they disrespected your family, like they did to Colin Albert, by telling Colin Albert, gee whiz, kid, can you stop going? You're doing my lady lights on my lawn? Can you stop?
It couldn't be clearer there. We are not a physical threat to you, but we're going to make things uncomfortable. We're going to shame you. You have every right to shame people under the United States Constitution. Shaming is not witness intimidation. It's just not. Grow up. What do we got here? Here's another one. Here's a phone call. Looks like I object. I object to the killing of police officers. I don't agree with it, and I don't. So this is me calling Michael Morrissey, who does not have a stay away order on me yet. I feel like that's coming, but he has a. This is me calling and leaving a voicemail on his answering machine. I think it's okay to protect those who do. So I've taken your, advice into consideration about leaving them alone. And I've elected not to. Instead, I'm actually going to do the opposite. I'm going to keep asking them questions. I'm going to show up to their kids' football games. I'm going to be everywhere that they go. And I'm going to do the same with you. So I know you don't like it when people come to your house. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And that's not a threat. I'm an award-winning journalist. I'm not there to ask not a threat. Questions about whether or not you've heard of this thing called the First Amendment. Asking questions. You often help. Like, how corrupt are you? What does Brian Albert have on you exactly? Like, Did he catch you with a dead hooker? Okay. Again, I make it very clear. I'm not a threat. I can't tell you how many times I've said this. Also, it's kind of messed up that like they launched this investigation probably about 2 months ago, right after Michael Morrissey made his August 25th speech demanding that we stop. And he listed all the people who have stay away orders on me. I didn't stay away from. I kept protesting them. He demanded that I stop. And because I didn't listen to him, because he's not my mommy, but I am his daddy, because I didn't listen to him, he used the weight of his office to try to oppress me, to send men with guns to my house, to take away my freedom and take away my security and my privacy and just violate every journalistic principle ever. Destroy the First and the Fourth Amendment because we didn't listen to him. That's what he does. We'll see. Next. I'm coming for you. And yeah, we're going to be protesting outside your house in Stoughton soon too. Just know that. Bukkake. You can get some too. And that's not a threat. The First Amendment has been held up time and time again in the work that I do. There will be no peace for you, son. None. Because you're not a cop. I have respect for cops. You're not a cop. You're a criminal.
He is.
You're a punk.
He is.
That's all you Proctor are. You're a bunch of punks.
True.
Scared
He's not wrong.
little punks. And you should be. You should be. I'm not going to kick your ass.
There we go.
I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to do anything.
Thank you for clarifying.
I'm going to do something much worse than
What's that?
Much worse than that.
What?
I'm going to send you to jail.
Oh no.
So just know that if you arrest me, it will be temporary.
And then they
if
arrest
you charge me, it will be temporary. It means nothing to me. I have an army of people behind you.
I was right.
Behind me. You have nothing behind you. True. Nothing. There will be no one there for you when you're charged. The state police are going to abandon you once you're finally held accountable for this. They have to stand by you now. I get they don't have to. They're just choosing to because it's
like everything I said there is accurate. Everything I said. And I make it very clear. Like, I'm not threatening you with physical violence. But I would be scared because you should be scared of jail. Like, who isn't scared of jail? My goal is to put you in a jail cell. So why wouldn't you fear that? Like, stop it. Grow up. What do we got here?
Can't read. That's got to stop. You're going to have to go to confession a lot. And you got to come clean about Karen Reed. That's a big thing. Can't do what you're doing to Karen Reed. That's got to stop. Big no. Jesus, no bueno. No bueno. No heaven for you. No purgatory either. Straight to hell. Straight to hell. He's like, they're telling me to go to hell. It's like people tell each other to go to hell all the time. It's not a threat. Oh my God. I can't believe it.
So that's me commenting on by the way, one of these people who got a stay away order, who happens to own a mediocre chicken parm place in town, tried to get an order on me 2 weeks ago and was denied it by the judge. That's what I was talking about here. That same judge put a stay away order in place, even though he said that there was no grounds for it. I had free speech rights, all that shit. All of a sudden now, boom. It's a big threat, apparently. Makes no sense at all. I mean, he literally overruled himself. The judge did by doing that. It doesn't cross the threshold for a 258E, but it does cross the much higher threshold of a felony witness intimidation charge. Make that make sense. Okay, next.
They're at these things. And they'll say, oh, you're scaring them out of coming. No, we're not scaring you. We don't bite. We're not a threat to you, Jennifer McCabe. Plus, your stupid fat husband kind of pushed, he pushed me last time.
He did.
I didn't make a big deal out of it.
He did push me.
And you tried to get an order on me after that didn't work out. And ever since then, the last time I saw Jen McCabe in the flesh was at a 𝗵𝗏 lacrosse game. So that's the last time. I know she's gone on some vacations since then. Other turtle rider. We've gone to her house. According to Helena Rafferty, she was inside, but she appeared to be at Algonquin, Maine, like the day before. So I don't know how that's possible.
Where's the threat there? Did I miss it? It's pretty clear what I'm saying there. So I talk about Matt McCabe pushing me there. So check out this video we got. Like, this is me outside. This is me when I'm questioning them. attempting to ask them about how long to die in cold on the way out of court. They're wearing Justice for JJ buttons, by the way. They're wearing Justice for JJ buttons, and they helped kill John O'Keefe. Like, it's undeniable that they did. And they're wearing Justice for JJ buttons. And I'm attempting to question them, and watch what Matt does to me. Watch what he does to me here.
Said that you saw Karen Reed drive south.
Look at that. See
on
that?
Fairview Road.
Look at that.
Excuse me.
Look at that.
Sir.
Tough guy. Ready? Look at this. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Big, tough guy. Big, tough guy. He's so scared. He's so scared of me. Like, what? This is how, I mean, how many times? Dude, his brother, Sean McCabe, threatened to bury my corpse in the judge's backyard in her seaside cottage. That happened in real life. One of the victims told me that I was going to, quote, gonna get it. You'll see. You're going to get it. He also told me it would be unfortunate if I wrote about his son. It would be unfortunate if I did that. These are the people who need orders. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. And I have another video, I believe. Oh, yeah. Like, let's watch this one when I confront the McCabe's at a Billerica. This is the one that's everybody's like clutching their pearls over. Like, oh my God, he went to a kid's sporting event. They're in the last row. We're nowhere near any kids. And also, like, it's a public event. Like, you're not happy when I go to the home, right? So where else am I supposed to go? If not, where else am I supposed to talk to them? Are they, like, they Googled how long to die in cold at 2:27 a.m. when John O'Keefe was dying. They helped kill him. It's undeniable. They Googled that. And they just get to walk around and nobody gets to ask them questions about that. Like, nothing happened. Are you kidding me? No. So this is what happens.
Hey, Matt, how you doing, pal?
How you been?
Good. How are you doing? How you doing?
Look
Hey,
at
Jen, how you doing?
You look scared.
Fancy seeing you here. How are you?
How you been? All right.
So how did court go the other day?
Went great.
Sorry, do you have a child on the team?
Do you?
I do, so I'm trying to watch.
No, I'm at a public event, so I can do whatever I want. So anyway, so Jen, I have a question. Did you think that you could outsmart Karen Reed? Did you? Do you think that's funny?
Fearing.
Do you think that's funny? How long to die in cold? What is this gentleman doing? Look at that, the ring face.
See, he pushed me there.
Are you worried about?
Like, he's putting hands on me there. I'm just trying to ask questions. And this deranged individual is putting hands on me. But these people constantly do this. Grandpa Clips put hands on me in the parking lot the other day. I didn't put hands on him. A lot of these people like to put hands on me. I haven't touched a single one of them. A lot of them have been very aggressive with me. Roast Beef Ronnie came out firing. Fuck you, Turtleboy. Fuck you. Remember Roast Beef Ronnie? How about Jim Ferris? Rude Jim Ferris came out. He didn't do it to me, but he threatened Alan Jackson, Karen Reed's attorney. That's okay. Madness. And I've seen a lot of people say, well, they're winning because you're talking about your case and not Karen Reed's anymore. First of all, there's a lull in the Karen Reed trial. I was about to write about Big E fights again. I had some good clips. And maybe we'll get to that some other time. But the two stories are now intertwined. Look at the big picture here. A lot of this stuff could potentially help Karen Reed in her case, as we're going to see. Now our attorneys get to work together. They're working almost for a common purpose here, while still representing their clients.
Oh, what's going to happen to your family when you go to jail?
Don't touch me.
Why are you shaking,
Touch
dude?
me again.
Why are you
Touch me
shaking?
again. Touch me again.
So, Jen, are you worried about what's going to happen when your kids go to jail?
Touch me again.
When you go to jail, I apologize.
Touch
To
me
your
again.
children. Are you worried at all about that?
Huh?
Huh?
Touch
Oh,
me.
what's going on here?
Oh, you're so fast.
Oh, what are we doing?
I was sure you were.
Jen, did you think that you could outsmart Karen Reed? Yes or no?
He's like
Did
pushing
you?
me.
Why did you Google how long to die in cold, Jen?
He's like moving it.
Why did you Google how long to die in cold, Jen? Why didn't you Google how long to die in cold?
Like, she's wearing a fugitive unit hat. That's Brian Alberts. To Brian, I mean, these people mask themselves with the thin blue line. They're disgusting. They disgust all decent people. Like, all decent people should have a right to be outraged about their behavior and what they're doing. They're not victims in this. They're the aggressors, and everyone can plainly see it. We all see it. And I'm being literally charged with a felony for asking these people questions. This, like what you're seeing right now, do you want to live in a country where what you're seeing right now is 10 years in prison? It could happen to your worst enemy. It could happen to you. Imagine somebody kills your brother or your mother, somebody you love, your spouse, your kid, whoever, and they get away with it because powerful people cover up for them. And then you confront them in public and you simply ask them questions and you're the criminal. You want to live in a country like that? You are not free if you live in a country like that.
Do you have any answer for that?
Is that the perfect? It was just.
Do you have any answer for that? Miss McCabe, do you have any answer for that? Why should I leave, sir? I just have some questions. I just want to know why she Googled how long to die in cold. I just wanted to know why she Googled how long to die in cold. I'm just.
You know what? That brings me a good point, Leah. Can we start getting some turtle riders sending me some clips of aggressive journalists using similar tactics, please? Send them to me. Any journalist holding an elevator door open, following people in public, asking them questions while they attempt to walk away, seeing them at public events, something like that. Send me as many clips as that as possible. We're going to compare them 1-to-1. So, anyway, so let's see. So we got more though. Let's see what else we got. Of it all, I don't think it's good luck. So I'm going to invite them to our peaceful protest.
Oh,
this is
John.
This is about
So
the
that's my
O'Keeffes.
plan. I'm going to invite them.
Oh, if Carl comes, we all know Carl's getting. No, so that's me talking about the O'Keeffes. That's just for all the people that say we want. Oh, you're crapping on the O'Keeffes. Well, I've invited them to my peaceful protest. Loser Ken Dougal, this chode. I dare you to show up for court, Ken. I dare you. It's not a threat or nothing like that. Okay? Not a threat.
I want to meet you. I want to have a conversation with you about why you're too much of a pussy to use your real name online. At least you're cap.
Yeah, Michael Tracy does that. He's an independent journalist. Didn't like Maxine Waters hit him one time? I believe there's a clip of that. What do we got here?
Killing cops. You're obviously, a fat, useless piece of shit. So that doesn't surprise me. But I object. I object to the killing of police officers.
I think I played this one.
I don't agree with it, and I don't think it's okay to protect those who do. So I've taken your, advice.
We played that one already. What else do we have? Oh, so here's another one. So here's one people have said is controversial because I go to a home, right? Now, a little legal tip here, guys, how this works. The Girl Scouts can come to your house and knock on your door whenever they want and sell you crap cookies. If you don't want people coming onto your house and soliciting or knocking on your doorbell at all you got to do, according to the Massachusetts statute for trespassing, is put up a no trespassing sign. That's it. Then people cannot step on your property. Or you can just tell them, you are not to step foot on my property. Neither of those happened in this case. None of these people had no trespassing signs on their lawns. None of them contacted me and said, you can't come and knock on my door. None of them. So I'm in Canton. I have a question. I still haven't found out how long to die in cold. And as a reporter, I'm really interested in why this individual Googled that at 2:27 in the morning. So I, as a award-winning journalist, go directly to the individual's door, the source's door, to ask them why they did this. Like, why did you do this? And as fate would have it, the door is open. The door is wide open. So I rang the doorbell and I stood there. And since they're home, I figured they would answer the door because that's what people do when you ring the doorbell. And apparently this is a felony. She makes an appearance. Ready? Catch it. See if you see her. There it is. There she is. You see that? She appears. I saw it. Like, look at her. She came out to see what I was doing, and she does put some dishes in there and then just runs away in her own house. Why do they always do this when I come to their house? Everybody's a tough guy. Everybody runs their mouth, and then it's okay, well, let's have a talk. Let's have a talk.
I'm not ready. You can't even say you're fearing because I come in peace.
I come in peace.
See me during any of these things.
I come in peace.
Being what the fuck, you want to fight me? No, that's not what I'm about here to do. I just want to ask you some legitimate questions about a matter of public concern. And none Michael, how many times do I have to say it? How many times do I have to say it?
let's see. I said it more, that they intentionally allowed that to turn into a zoo outside as like a pretext to come down harder on us on Friday. So like we need to be on our best behavior. We can boo, all that shit. Absolutely no. They're going to try to provoke us just like last time. Peaceful. Think Selma. That's us. Selma. We're the ones crossing the bridge. Okay. They're not going to beat us up though. They're going to try to provoke you. Do not give in. Ever. So, he says, I mean, Martin Luther King got I'm kind of like the white Martin Luther King a little bit. Except that the FBI is not trying to kill me. The state police are. And so it's like, I mean, was Martin Luther King guilty of witness intimidation too? Because he crossed the bridge. He's intimidating the witnesses by doing that. No, he wasn't supposed to. It's frowned upon. You're causing trouble down here, sir. You're a rabble rouser. We don't like rabble rousers. We like Martin Luther King was trying to create institutional change. So am I. We're both facing the same barrier. Martin Luther King was locked up so many times. So yeah, you clearly hear there. Like, and how about this speech, dude? This is like one of the great speeches of this is leadership right here from this speech. Watch this one. This is a good one.
Of the Norfolk Superior Courthouse. Now, I do want to say something. Sources are telling me, and people are telling me that they're going to try, that the other side is going to try to instigate and bring people there with the intention of provoking an incident, right?
Yep.
Because they want our side to seem unhinged and violent and whatever. Like they would love nothing more than, all it takes is one person on our side to react to that. And that's it. It's a wrap. So if you are that person, if you cannot control yourself, if you cannot control your temper, if somebody gets in your face from the other side and is like, fuck Karen Reed, she's a killer, she's a cunt, fuck that bitch, and fuck all you assholes supporting her. If you don't have it in you to remain calm and just respond to their provocations with nothing but facts, then don't come tomorrow. You're not welcome there. I'm telling you right now, I don't want any tough guys there tomorrow. I don't want anyone there with a chip on their shoulder with something to prove, nothing like that. This is a nonviolent movement. And we must be better than them. In the face of evil, when it's filmed, the most effective way to affect public opinion in the face of evil is to not respond with more evil.
Well, that's good.
So that's what we're going to do tomorrow. We're going to peacefully protest the injustice that is happening in that courtroom and the fact that the judge is now trying to, censor and violate the First Amendment rights of Karen Reed.
I mean, how's that going to, when they play that in court, how stupid are they going to look? Like, I have so many of these. Like, they have no idea what they're doing. Like, because they are going to look, if the judge is fair, which I hope they are, whoever our judge is in this, and they hear this, they're going to see how dirty and malicious the police are. A jury most certainly will, because none of these were included in the complaint. They were intentionally kept out of the criminal complaint. And by the way, James is asking me here, I'm curious, does Aidan's address have a no trespass sign? Let's go find out. So to explain how the trespassing statute works, James Schramm, let me be very clear. I do not have no trespassing signs here. I find them to be an eyesore. However, James Schramm, you are not to step foot on my property. So you have officially been put on notice. If you step foot on my property, you are in violation now of the trespassing statute. Other people could. I have to individually tell you that you are not welcome on my property. If you then step foot on it, you are now in violation of the statute. So there's a little law 101 for you. All right, what do we got here?
Been threatening anyone. None of you is a threat. No one here's laid a finger on anyone. Yet they're treating you like animals. Like you're animals. Like you can't control yourself. They just told me some nonsense. About public safety. That's the reason we can't go on the stairs. I'm sorry, are the stairs going to collapse? What is unsafe about the stairs at Norfolk Superior Court?
You knew things were getting bad when they blocked off the staircase. They kept public staircases They did not allow people to protest on them. Like, that's how you knew things were getting bad, man, that they were up to no good. Or how about this one, where one of the alleged victims is so confident and cocky that they're standing in their driveway filming people filming them. Let's see what happens. And here's me commenting on it. So 𝗵𝗵𝗂𝗶 didn't go to court, right? And because rightfully so, we have shamed her into no longer going to court. But a turtle rider, I don't know if this was yesterday or when, but a turtle rider went to her house, which, by the way, 100% fair game. Enough for this, like, oh, be nice to them. You shouldn't go to their house. No, you should. You should. You should be peaceful about it. Don't
peaceful.
You have a right to do
threaten.
that.
You have a right.
And these people, every day they're free is a disgrace. And in case you were inclined to feel bad for this woman, just understand that this is how she reacts. I love how she brings out the cell phone and starts taping them. Like, what are you going to do with that video? Watch this.
How do you? Wow.
You guys are being taken for a fool.
That's terrible.
We're being taken for a fool. Tell us how.
Look at it.
How? How do you? How?
I feel bad.
Oh, here we go. You should. You should. Terrible. What a terrible life.
You guys are being taken for a fool.
Again, I tell people, if you're going to do something like that, you have a right to do that. I'm not going to tell you not to do that. If you feel like doing it, go for it. Like, people have a right to do whatever they want in a free country. That's what I said on that. I said, don't threaten. Don't do that. But who am I to tell you that you can't exercise your freedom? I have no right to tell you that. Especially if I'm doing the same thing. Who am I to tell you? Why should I be allowed to do that and you are not? But of course, now I'm not allowed to do that because an unconstitutional stay away order temporarily has been put in place. And that is known as prior restraint. And that is something we can sue over. So we'll see where that goes. So there's that. How about this one? It needs to stop. My right to live peacefully is being infringed, as well as my family, friends, and extended family. First of all, you don't have a right to live peacefully, dude. It's not a thing. It's not. No, there's no right to live peacefully at all. Like, it's so true. And I think this is one of the quotes they used against me. You don't have a right to live peacefully. Ask any person, ask any celebrity if they have a right to live peacefully. Ask Casey Anthony if she has a right to live peacefully. Like, some people are just always going to be hounded by that. Ask O.J. Simpson if he has a right to live peacefully. No, people are going to protest you. The media is going to question you. Ask Princess Diana if she had a right to live peacefully. Clearly, she did not. That's not how it works. Oh, we can ask any celebrity, any famous person. You don't have that right, Chris, especially when you cover up murder. Especially when you cover up murder. So there's that. There's that, Chris. You know. And by the way, like, these are your poor employees. Oh, yeah, this guy is so poor. Oh, look at this guy. He's having such a hard time. He came out and confronted us and yelled at us. Oh, yeah. Oh, middle finger. Doesn't like that. Doesn't like that. How about this one where I talk about Paul McAuliffe? I can't believe an American said that.
I'm not a mob justice guy. I don't do
We're
that.
not here for mob justice.
Well, that's kind of what
This is a peaceful protest.
Yeah, why can't we?
Nobody here. Mob justice is violence. We're not here for that. We're here for peaceful protest. Martin Luther King was not about mob justice, but he still rolled deep. You know, I mean, yeah, this is the only guy who's doing any sort of physical
violence.
waiting to see the tape afterwards. And Chris Albert too.
Chris,
Yeah. Again, we're not about mob violence, dude. We're not about mob violence. And people are already DMing me tons of like clips of, and I'm going to have to go through these, of journalists aggressively confronting their subjects. It happens every day. Just because WCVB doesn't do it doesn't mean it doesn't happen. What do we got here? Oh, thank you for asking. What do your kids think about what you're doing? You know, they're getting to the age where they're starting to know what dad does for work, I guess. And I'd like to think that I make them proud. I would like to, and that's kind of why I've changed the direction of the blog. Like, you know, 5 or 6 years ago, I was calling people food for sauce and making fun of the way they looked and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's not a good example. That's not what I want my kids to look at and be like, that's what dad does. Like, that's not how my dad never did that. So why am I setting this example?
Whereas I feel like now, like what I did today, this is a product that my kids can be proud of, that I can point to and said, see this, see all these people, all these good people here. We peacefully protest for a good cause, for an innocent woman. We're fighting an injustice. And they're too young to really understand what's going on. But I've told them about Karen Reed before, and we go to church every Sunday, and after you get communion, you got to say a prayer. So I always tell them to pray for Karen Reed, because, you know, she needs it. And it's as good as, if God's listening, that's like, this is as good. She's as good as the cause as that. Yeah. Here's another one, man. It was just like, I explain what I'm doing, why I'm proud of it, why my kids should be proud of it. Oh, he's so scary. I can't wait to play that one in court. How about
So
this
the
one?
attendees deserve major praise for showing up with a passion, but also with restraint, unlike some protests that happen around this country. You're absolutely freaking right. Like I said at the beginning, I'm like, I just gave a disclaimer. We were in the Shaw's parking lot. And I'm like, look, we got to stay peaceful, stay respectful, try to stay off people's property. You know, it's going to be crowded in there.
Stay peaceful, stay
and
off
just,
their property.
you know, don't do anything that would not only make me look bad, but make Karen Reed look bad. You know, that would make this whole thing. Don't give them any ammo. You know, be above them, be better than them. And I feel like everybody honored that today. Like it was really like there was no issues at all. Also, I mean, same thing on Tuesday. So Tuesday, we're doing it all over again. Tuesday at 12:15 on the courthouse steps in Dedham at Norfolk Superior Court. We are going to be peacefully protesting.
Peacefully.
So it's really important on Tuesday that we keep things peaceful. Like no matter what they do, no matter how many assholes, if any of them show up and try to instigate,
say it?
You got to be the bigger person. Like always, you know, like, because this is not, it's not about you. It's not about me. It's about Karen Reed, and any, if her supporters are perceived, they would love nothing more than, you know, making us seem violent or making us seem whatever. That's not who we are.
Not who we are.
So we're better than that. So I know I can count on you guys to be respectful.
Yeah. So, and I see James has a comment here, and James is obviously a troll, but that's okay, James. You can be a troll here. That's fine. He says, you told the witnesses that you would go to their kids' games. That's sketchy. Well, that's your opinion that that's sketchy. I don't think it was that sketchy. But even if I concede that it is sketchy, that is not what we're debating here. We're not debating whether or not something is sketchy. And in the United States of America, we don't lock people up and charge them with felonies and send men with guns to their house and confiscate their phones and their devices because you believe they're sketchy. That's not what we do. That's not how freedom works. That's not how the Constitution works. That's certainly not how the Bill of Rights works. That's not how it works. So again, but obviously James, we've seen James before. He's got a, you know, his bus was a lot shorter than yours. Let's just put it that way, guys. It was a lot short. There was only like 3 rows on that bus. Let's be honest. So he doesn't get it. But like, unfortunately, the people who are currently running our judicial system and the police are operating with the same mentality as poor James here, short bus James. So that is what it is. So that's the problem. The problem isn't people like James. They're just dumb, and we can't help it that we have dumb people out there. The problem is when dumb people like Michael Morrissey and Brian Tully, who maybe they're not even that dumb. They know what they're doing is wrong and clearly not a violation of the law, and they're pushing forward anyway. It's the same thing with Karen Reed. They know goddamn well Karen Reed's innocent. They know goddamn well she's innocent. They know Jen McCabe Googled that at 2:27 in the morning. They know that. And they're pushing forward anyway. And that is evil. What they are doing is worse than what the people who killed John O'Keefe did. Much worse. The people who killed John O'Keefe did something in the moment that was evil. It was bad. They panicked and they covered for themselves. Maybe they were drunk when they did it too. It was about self-preservation. The people that are protecting them and framing Karen Reed and arresting me are doing so sober. And they're doing so methodically and planned. And that is, and what the damage that they are doing to our system of governance and our system of criminal justice, that cannot be undone. It is so damaging. And that should offend all of us. It should. So,
and peaceful no matter what.
Okay. So here's another clip. This is from the rolling rally that they cite so much.
On Tuesday
for the hearing, of course, because we're going to be protesting outside starting at 12:15. But it's a beautiful day out today for this. Beautiful day for some peaceful protesting. I'll tell you that much. There'll be no rioting, no looting, nothing like that. This is a peaceful protest.
Peaceful protest.
Protesting the murder of the father of two, an adopted father of two, and a Boston police officer by the name of John O'Keefe. And we're also protesting on behalf of Karen Reed, the girlfriend.
We are
attend his funeral.
peacefully protesting. Couldn't have said it better. What do we got here?
What's going on, everyone? So, people are going to be driving by like, what the hell's going on? So we're here to peacefully protest. So this is the home somewhere here. Hey, what's happening? Yeah. So we are peacefully protesting outside of the home of Brian Albert. We don't know if he's home right now. I don't see his cars here.
Yeah, peacefully protesting outside. Watch, will I catch a charge for that? That one's coming, I think. That one's coming. Oh, yeah, and remind me to play the Alan Jackson tape. After I play all these, somebody just reminded me. If you have that tape, send that one to me.
We're going to be going to Wentworth Road in Canton, the home of Michael Proctor, conflicted state trooper Michael Proctor. And we're going to be protesting peacefully outside his house,
dude,
as well. So onwards to Canton.
I say it like 1,000 times. Like to find these out loud, I transcribed every single episode that I've done on Canton. I put them all in a gigantic Word document, and I just keyword searched threatened, threat, peaceful, peacefully. You have no idea how often I say these words. It's like the most common word I say.
Visit some new homes today that we haven't been to. And some people might say that this is, you shouldn't be going to people's homes. Again, we're going to be respectful of it. We're not going to trespass. We're not going to step on their property. But we will peacefully protest outside of their homes because you don't, like, I'm a award-winning journalist. I can come to your home and ask you questions. Like, that's what the media does. And if you are home, I do have some questions. Now, the thing about this was you have to announce that you're doing it. And there's Dedham Street, by the way. That's where they went down to get there.
There we go. Another, like, I'm in trouble for that. I'm going to jail. They want to send me to jail for that.
Conflicted. But okay. So we are about half a mile from Wentworth Road, the street where conflicted state trooper Michael Proctor lives on. We will be peacefully protesting outside momentarily and talking about his involvement in the cover-up. That he was really the most pivotal one. Without Michael Proctor, like he's the MVP. If you are
and let's be honest, like I've seen people bring up Black Lives Matter in the comments. Like, how many days after George Floyd was killed did Derek Chauvin get arrested? What was it, like 4 days? 3 or 4 days he got arrested. I remember that there was mobs protesting outside of his house, demanding that he be arrested. Did that not put pressure on the district attorney's office to charge him rather quickly? Was that not? Derek Chauvin, he had no shot whatsoever at a fair trial. None. Whether or not you think he's guilty or not. There is no way you can look at that and be like, yeah, that was fair. That was like, yeah, totally. The mobs didn't influence the jury at all. Of course they did. The mobs influenced the Rittenhouse jury. Kyle Rittenhouse, like him or hate him, is the most obvious, clear and obvious instance of self-defense I've ever seen ever. Whether or not you argue he should have had a gun, it doesn't matter. Somebody attacked him and he killed him. It was the most obvious self-defense ever. And it took the jury 4 days to deliberate and to find him not guilty because they were scared of the mob. It's just like, but me, what am I doing? I'm not like the mob, the BLM mob is a lot. We don't burn shit. We don't burn anything. We don't destroy buildings. We literally peacefully protest, man. Like, it's wild. I announce it 1,000,000 times what our intentions are. Here I am outside of mediocre chicken place. What's happening? Here we are. We're at D&E Pizza. I don't know. Jim Ferris, he had a lot to say to Liza Little. What do you call her, a whore? He called her a whore, I think. And then he walks in the middle of Washington Street, throws his eye. Ah, I'm really mad. Get out of here, Alan Jackson. Go back to California.
I'm not from California, Jim. I'm from Massachusetts, a little town called Holden, right outside of Worcester. And we're here to peacefully protest.
Peacefully.
So, what do we got? What's our first sign here? What sign? How you doing, by the way?
Blood pizza. Was that a little provocative? Sure. Not illegal. Not illegal. How about this one? This is my reaction to 𝗵𝗵𝗻𝗃. Oh, I got so mad at him.
Witnesses is baseless. We're not harassing any witnesses. We are peacefully protesting. Get it through your fat head. Is absolutely baseless. Well, okay, what's it baseless of?
It should be an outrage.
Should be.
Any decent person.
Oh, guess you're not,
needs to stop.
so you're not decent. You're not decent if you want to peacefully protest. All you decent people there at the rolling round. Oh, does he understand how much harder I'm going to come after his fat ass now?
Innuendo is not evidence. False narratives are not evidence.
Innuendo is not evidence. False.
However, what evidence does show.
Yeah, it's like that was the beginning right there when he made that. Like that was his warning. Like you better stop or else we're gonna come after you. This is this is a good clip right here. They should be more scared of me because listen, this is perfect. I'm not gonna kick your ass. Not gonna kick your ass. I need to do that. But I'm relentless and I'm more dangerous with my words. Oh, because I'm so good at finding evidence and exposing people. I'm more dangerous. And you should be scared of that because who cares if I kick your ass? You'll be fine in a couple of days anyway. Take a couple of aspirins, you'll be good. But you ain't gonna be good if you go to jail for the rest of your life. Aspirin ain't gonna fix that, my dude. So there you go. I don't think any quote has summed up what I'm about more than that one. Like it's like my mission is just like, no, I'm not going to physically hurt you. I'm going to legally hurt you. Like as a result of my activism and journalism, your life is going to be significantly worse than it was prior to that. Because that's crazy. Why? Like what? It's like saying like Aaron Hernandez's life shouldn't be worse after he murdered someone. Of course it should be. What? You murdered somebody. We are like, that's what this is all about. They are treating as victims people who quite clearly to any objective person looking this over participated in the cover-up of a murder. Pretty much all of them did. Some of them may have done the murder as well. And they are the victims. They are being treated as victims by the district attorney's office. And not only that, the people that are criticizing them, me, are being tried, are being arrested and charged for asking them questions, for not accepting the state's narrative. Number 4, I wanted to talk to Chief Rafferty. That was a good one. Because at the Board of Selectmen meeting, she told me that the peaceful rolling rally protest that I held was illegal and that if I did it again, I would be arrested. So I plan on coming back. I don't plan on being arrested, and I would like to figure this out beforehand if we could, Helena. No, again, if I was violating the statute, because again, I'm being, remember Helena Rafferty, the chief of police, who demanded that we stop asking questions to begin with. She claimed afterward, I announced I was coming to Canton and doing a rolling rally. She knew when I was coming. And as the leader of the chief of police in Canton, she did nothing to stop it. We didn't see a single cop all day. There was no incidents. It was completely peaceful, except when one of us got an egg thrown at us. A 5-year-old had an egg thrown at him by one of the Albert's friends, Diana White. And by the way, has she been charged for that? Nope, they didn't charge her for that. But, we're charged for talking about this. Anyway, I just wanted to know from Helena Rafferty, you said that it was illegal for me to do this. Can you please explain what part of it was illegal? And they can't. Charging documents, or at least when the prosecution charges somebody, it has to come with what's called a bill of particulars. Meaning that you don't just say, here's what the person did and here's the statute. That's not enough. That's all they've done with me is they've said, here's what he said. Here's the statute. It's not enough. You have to explain how the things that I said violate the statute. How do you connect that to, how is this both threatening and being said with the purpose of preventing you from speaking out. I am quite clearly doing the opposite. I thought I had one more here. I got a couple clips from let me bring up the rolling rally because we got to watch that one again. Let me bring up the rolling rally. There's a good clip in there. Bear with me. Let me get out of that one. Let's see I mean, I have so many of these, dude. It took me so long to go through all these. All right, I got some clips here. Let me bring up my timestamps on these because there are some good ones. Give me 1 sec. 13th. No. Yeah, Brian Laundrie's another one. Remember that? The Laundrie family last year when Gabby Petito is missing and the media following them around? That wasn't against the law. Funny how that works. Give me 1 sec to find these. Because I went to Highland Street and let's find it. What's the clip? I'll just jump to the clip. I know where it is. Because again, this is the Nagel household.
Talking about what happened there, but thank everybody for coming out today. We really appreciate this. I'm sure Karen, if she's watching, not only being charged, I mean, I think she countered for her to not only to just, I mean, how she has half. A woman lives here by the name of Julie Nagel. Julie Nagel was present on the morning of
I'm being charged for
29th,
this. I'm being charged for
at 34 Fairview Road when Boston police officer John O'Keefe was badly beaten, had his a huge laceration in the back of his head, was chewed up by a dog. She knew that all of this happened in the house, and she left at 1:47 a.m. with a woman by the name of Jennifer McCabe, whose house we recently went to, and she gave her a ride back home here. She is actively covering up. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, those are the neighbors, by the way, that I'm scaring so much. They love me, Turtleboy.
She actively, she might not have been the one that orchestrated the cover up, but at any point, Julie Nagel, you can come out. At any point, Julie, nothing is stopping you from telling the truth, from saving yourself. You know what happened that night.
How about that?
You know why John's body.
What did I just urge this individual to do? This is what they're claiming is witness intimidation. Am I asking this individual to lie? Because that's what witness intimidation means. It means like you're intimidated. Like it's like when the mafia scares you out of testifying. Like that's what witness intimidation. That's what the statute was created in the spirit of, is preventing people from speaking and preventing people from telling the truth. I am saying quite the opposite. We encourage you to tell the truth. Since when did it become a crime in the United States of America to urge people to tell the truth in criminal matters? When did that become a crime? To urge people, and nothing sums it up better. By the way, they did not put this in the charging documents. They did not put anything about tell the truth in the charging documents. Because if they did, they know that if they read that out loud in court, how ridiculous that would sound. Like, wait a minute. The defendant is here in chains because he went to someone's house and said, please tell the truth. And you're calling that witness intimidation. Holy shit.
Was on that lawn. You know why he has that huge laceration in the back of his head. You know that he was bleeding out. I'm sure it was traumatic to be in that house. And I'm sure you are crapping your pants. Like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I understand the moral dilemma that you're in because this is your boyfriend's father. And you probably know Brian Albert Sr. and you've probably been to family events with him. And maybe he's going to be your father-in-law someday. And you probably envision this whole life that suddenly was going to come to an end if Brian Albert and Colin Albert were held responsible for what
look
they
at
did.
this crime. Look at this crime.
So I get it. I get the moral conundrum that you have there. It's very hard. But you can't get away with it anymore. Too many people know. They're going to go down. The question is, are you going to go down with them? Nothing is stopping you from coming forward and telling the police what happened. We know.
Telling the police what
that
happened.
You did not even talk to conflicted State Trooper Michael Proctor.
Telling the police what happened. That's a bad thing now. You should tell the police what happened. That's a bad thing. It's quite obvious that Julie Nagel lied about what happened or is hiding something. Because John O'Keefe was inside the house. His Apple Health data shows him ascending and descending stairs from 12:21 to 12:24 a.m. Karen Reed does not have stairs in her car. Karen Reed's phone is also in the possession of the Massachusetts State Police. If, let's for argument's sake, say that John O'Keefe, his phone says that he's ascending and descending stairs, but it's only because he changed elevations or went over a speed bump or whatever. Okay. That's not how it works, but let's just pretend for a second that it is. Karen Reed's phone should also show that she is ascending and descending stairs from 12:21 to 12:24 a.m. then. And it doesn't. It does not. If it did, you would know about it by now, but it doesn't. Only John O'Keefe's phone shows him ascending and descending stairs. The mere fact that his phone is ascending and descending at 12:21 to 12:24 and hers is not is evidence that they were not in the same place at the same time. So they could not have been in the car together. They could not have been outside the car because his phone would not be ascending and descending stairs while he laid on the ground dead. Duh. So I say some more here. This is more witness intimidation. Apparently, this is what they want you to believe.
Woman, is Brian Albert Jr. really worth it? I understand. Oh, you got an Albert. I know the goal of every woman in this town seems to be to procreate with an Albert. I get it. I get it. But that dream is officially over. They no longer have the weight behind their name that they used to. So, I mean, I'd dump them and find somebody else. That's just me. And I would come clean and you could be the hero to save us all. Your brother is the only person so far to tell the truth. Your brother's statements, yeah, give it up for Ryan Nagel. Give it up.
You could be the hero in this. You could tell the truth. Be like your brother, Ryan Nagel. Tell the truth. That's a bad thing.
To go home, even though you called them looking for a ride. You need to explain that. It's not too late to save yourself. You can avoid jail in doing that, but you're going to have to talk. It's not an option to remain silent. I mean, I know you guys are covered up. You didn't want us coming here. We found it. I mean, 76 is right there, so I'm guessing this is 78. It wasn't brain surgery. That didn't work. So you might as well tell the truth and let the world know what happened. So
that's it. I'm being charged with the felony for urging someone to tell the truth. This is real life. Do you understand how bad this is? Telling the police, tell the police the truth is not witness intimidation. It's just like, what? Like, I'm urging witnesses, like, you should tell the truth. You shouldn't be afraid. I'm telling them not to be afraid. You should tell the truth because Julie Nagel obviously didn't kill him. So she should just say what happened. That's what I think. And I'm expressing that view. I think she should tell the truth. That's a felony. You're living in a country where it's now a felony to say that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, I'm going to sue the fuck out of these people. Oh, we're just getting started, man. We have so many clips like this, man. Did anyone send me the Alan Jackson courthouse steps clip? Somebody sent it to me earlier. Let me see what we got here about asking questions. Does anyone have the clip of Alan Jackson on the courthouse steps telling people to ask? I probably have it. Let me pull it up. What am I talking about? This is on, I believe, May 3rd. Here it is.
So now the cuts go from being from a dog to a cocktail glass in open court. It's funny how that morphs. Let's start with Proctor. She deletes. Here's some questions that might.
Okay, here we go.
Does it sound like they're seeking the truth in this case? No. Or are they obfuscating the truth as we try to fight for it, as we try to use the court process? as we try to fight for Karen to get to the ultimate truth in this case. And the ultimate truth is she's an innocent woman, falsely accused, period.
Amen.
Yeah. And they should know that. They have every single resource available to them to know that. But like David said, we're not going to stop. We didn't stop in there. We're not going to stop on this stair step. We're not going to stop when we reconnoiter tomorrow and in the weeks to come and in the months to come. This is now our fight. Karen's fight has become all of our fight for some sort of justice. My suggestion is you folks can play a part in this. Don't you want to ask some questions? I know you do.
I do. I know you folks can play a part in this. Don't you want to ask some questions? He's like,
I have been. I know you do. Let me give you some examples. Here's some questions that you might want to think about asking. Why did Jennifer McCabe Google search how long to die in cold at 2:27 in the morning, 3.5 hours before she would have any reason to believe?
So is Alan Jackson guilty of witness intimidation? I'm not trying to throw Alan Jackson on the bus. I'm just asking, because in that he just urged us, members of the media, to ask Jennifer McCabe why she Googled how long to die in cold at 2:27 a.m. Don't you want to ask some questions? He said. I do. Yeah, I do. I absolutely do. Because any reporter should be wanting to know the answer to that question. So does that mean Alan Jackson is guilty of witness intimidation? Of course not. Of course not. This is absurd. This is going to get laughed out of court. This is why, guys, I am not the least bit worried about this. When they arrested me, I'm like, what do they have on me? What are they trying to do here? Like, what case have they built against me? And then they brought me into court and I heard that. I heard their shenanigans. And I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be so much easier than I thought. There's a reason I was so confident on the courthouse steps, because this is a joke. It's going to be a very expensive joke for them. But it's a huge joke. It's actually it's not just a joke, though. It's dangerous. It's extremely dangerous. This is no laughing matter. This is real life. How about this one? I got another quote here that I missed. The other person whose life is on the line and take it anymore. Well, I think that's a figurative term. I'm not in this to like demolish anyone. I'm in this to seek truth and justice, particularly for John O'Keefe and Karen.
Yeah,
Reed,
I got to play. I got to
one of whom
so you hear the
is
context.
Here from Nick, who says Matt McCabe looks like the inside of my bunghole, and Jen McCabe's beef curtains hang a mile long. Wow.
I don't know. I did not know that.
I'm counting on you to demolish them until they can't take it anymore. Well, I think that's a figurative term. I'm not in this to like demolish anyone. I'm in this to seek truth and justice.
Yes, that
particularly for John O'Keefe and Karen Reed.
Like, do they understand how bad this is going to look in court? I say it a million times. I literally a million times. I get on there. I'm like, I don't want to actually, I don't want to demolish them. I just want to, like, it's figuratively. Like, I don't actually to hurt you. How many times have I said it? And Ken Mello's going to go there. Your Honor, he said he was going to demolish them. I'm going to get you. I mean, this isn't the last you've seen of me. I'll be back. He said it on his YouTube platform stream, Your Honor, on July 24th. And we're asking to put a GPS monitor on him because he said that, Your Honor. Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor. Oh, my God. And they sent the JV team. How about this special prosecutor? Oh, he's special. All right. Ken Mello, you're a special guy. You're a special guy. I shared a picture. His wife had a picture on social media on Facebook that I shared on my page today because I saw it. She has an open page, and it's a picture of her husband, Ken, and he's got a shirt that says trophy husband. Yeah, more like the everybody gets a trophy husband. More like that. I don't know about that. I'm a snap face. I'm a snap face. Oh, dude, you said Ken Mello? Come on. Come on. You got to do better than that. Ken Mello, stop it. One of whom is deceased, and the other two, the other person whose life is on the line and needs us to fight for her and for him.
So that's what we need to do. So, okay. So we're gonna be talking about. We're gonna start off. I mean, I say it, dude. I can't even tell you the amount of times that I say this. Now, that's just all the shit of me, saying that we come in peace. That's just that. We haven't even gotten to the charging documents. And again, I would recommend watching the Glares 5 episodes. He goes over this in detail. As long as you just another super chat. As long as you can get over that, just click 10 seconds forward every time that happens. But can we get a new song, Glare? I like your show. I'm gonna go fucking nuts if I hear that one more time. I can't watch you live. I have to watch you like 30 seconds in reverse just so I can skip over that part. It drives me nuts. But anyway, and you're probably getting more super chats than you got previously. So like it wasn't as annoying before, and now it happens a lot more. So I would beg you, I'm pleading you, different super chat thing. Anything. Okay. Anyway, it is funny though. It is funny. But okay, let me read a couple of turtle chats we got here. We got another turtle chat. Okay. Again, if anyone else wants to donate, the link is at the top for Turtle Chat. You can donate whatever you want, leave a message, and I will read your message out loud to the class, or you can cash at me at $Uncle_Turtleboy. Okay. Sarah sends $5 and says, even if his voice was on it, how would it be wiretapping if it was obvious you were recording? If he would say that he didn't know, then yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Cape sends $50 and said, Testudo puer venit, vidit vicit. Latin for Turtleboy came, saw, and conquered. Yes, he did. Yes, Turtleboy came and came again. Okay. Christine sends $100. Thank you, Christine. Sends $100 with the comment. You got this. Also, shout out to everyone who helped you with the breakdown of your charging documents. Yes, thank you very much. I do appreciate. There was a lot of good stuff in there. It's just it's going to take me a while to get through it all. You saw some of them tonight for sure. I got more to come, man. I got so much more. You have no idea. We're just getting started. They are going to go against the most thorough, well-researched defendant that they've ever gone against. That's the beauty I have. I'm a researcher. Like they have no idea what they're getting themselves into. Usually when a lawyer hires, somebody hires a lawyer, like the lawyer has to do the research. Tim Bradle's job is going to be a lot easier because he has all of us working and finding shit like this and working as a team, because we're not taking this. This is an attack on all of us, man. Laura sends $10 and says, go kick some ass, Turtleboy. Looking forward to the day we can hear the truth. You're going to hear it. Brian sends $25 and says, keep up the good work, Uncle. Brian and Kelly. Thank you very much, Brian and Kelly. Maureen sends $10, says, how about a raffle for the duck boat seats for your victory rolling rally? I promised it, and it will happen when we are victorious in this criminal matter. We will be doing a duck boat parade through Canton. We are getting duck boats, and we are going to rolling. You thought the first rolling rally was, dude, wait till the duck boat rally comes to town. It's going to happen. Next, Real sends $5. Says a live turtle sighting in Worcester. Yeah, nice to meet you guys out there on Worcester Day. It was cool. Megan sends $8 and says, this saga will go down in history as the most epic don't poke the turtle ever. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Unsilent sends $12, says, stay strong, Turtleboy. They will not stop until we expose and spotlight who is actually pulling the strings, as we have the most powerful weapon in the world, the truth. Let's fucking go. Just one bad actor gets indicted, the secret courts will legally burn. And since the website to gottruthamerica.com. Thank you very much, Unsilent. Fort Edge sends $25 and says, sending Lauren Murray some positive vibes for court. She is a sweetheart and a very beautiful girl. I can see why 𝗪𝗏𝐶𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵 is hellbent on terrorizing her. I hope I can be there to support her. Yeah, I would encourage everyone. I mean, I will not be able to because I will be in Stoughton with my own legal shit, but I would encourage anyone else that wants to support a victim, a turtle rider who's been supporting the cause, to head on down to West Roxbury for that on Thursday. Okay. Okay. And one more, David Dennison sends $10 and says, when Bradle requests your discovery, make sure he requests any state police surveillance camera footage from that possibly caught the egg throw. Okay. We'll try. We're gonna try. I don't know what we're gonna ask for in discovery, but again, if our defense, like for instance, with Elizabeth Proctor, the way they're making Elizabeth Proctor, of all people, a victim is wild. Her and Colin Albert, the way they've made, I mean, all of them really, but those two especially, it's just wild how they've been framed in this. It really is how they've been presented as victims. Like, it's crazy. We got a couple in cash apps here. Patricia sends $20. No comment, but thank you, Patricia. Justin sends $5 and says, what was the process in selecting attorney? I mean, I just interviewed a whole bunch of people, and it came down to like, just, when you meet someone and you're just like, that's the guy. And that was the feeling I had when I met Tim Bradel. It was just like, I just felt comfortable with him. You know what? He kept calling his clients, and I liked this. He just kept calling his clients my guy. And he kept saying like, oh yeah, when I take a case, I'm dedicated to my guy. I'm there for my guy. I don't know. He said he was happy to meet me. You could tell like he was honored to take this case. Like, he's excited to take this case. He knows I'm innocent. You read that letter that he wrote. He understands the principles that are on trial here. It's not just me that's on trial. It's the right to free speech and free press, and to be free from unwarranted invasion of your homes. That is what is on trial here. So, I hit it like, when somebody just makes you feel comfortable and you're like, that's the guy. And I just had that feeling with him. And he had a good, he had a good resume. He's been working in the Suffolk County DA's office for 10 years. So he's been on both sides of the aisle here, has been in private defense for 20 years, has done a lot of big cases involving, and got a lot of acquittals for a lot of innocent people. And I'm innocent too. So he was the guy. Shirley sends $10. No comment, but thank you very much. So if anyone else wants to donate, the link is at the top for Turtle Chat, or you can cash at me at $UncleTurtleboy, and we can do it that way. Okay. Let me read here. I'm going to read the charging documents, and then we'll start wrapping it up after that, because it's a Sunday, but I'm going to bring up the charging documents here. Oh, it's not letting me show it. Hold on. I might have to. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to pull them up on hold on. Give me one moment. It's not letting me. I'm new. This is a new computer. I had to get a new computer as part of rebuilding my life. And I need to pull up the charging documents. It's not letting me share it on here. So I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to embed it onto a blog real quick, and then we'll read it directly off the blog. How about that? Although I think I already did that. Let me see. It's stuck in my head. I think we got a 𝗃𝗏. All right. All right. So let's see. Preview. Okay, I got it. Let me pull this up. Now, what page is? I want to read the Colin one first, because this is funny. Like this is just wild. I'm going to search for Advantage Boys. I cannot believe the Advantage Boys made it into an official charging document. All right, this is on page. What page is this on? What page is this? 42. All right, page 42. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, by the way, the billboard one is the craziest one. Can I just talk about that for a minute? Look at this charge here. It says, on September 13th, Kearney posted a blog entitled Canton Cover Up Part 142. Free Karen Reed billboard goes up on Route 1 outside Gillette Stadium in Foxborough 2 more to follow. The topic of the blog post was about a billboard that read "Free Karen Reed" with a picture of Karen Reed. Kearney praised the organizers of the billboard. So I am being charged with witness intimidation, not because I put up a billboard that says "Free Karen Reed," which would be well within my rights to do. Well within my rights. But, and by the way, like, how are you not charging the billboard company with the, like, they're the ones that let it out? Like, what? I'm being charged for liking a billboard that goes up. And this is why. Like, this is insane. Thank you to everyone who donated as well. Although millions of people know about the injustice that is happening in Norfolk County, I would bet that over half the population of Norfolk County has never heard of Karen Reed before. That will change because of this 3-pronged billboard blitz. It is really important for people in Norfolk County to know about this story because that is where the jury pool would be chosen from. They are making it criminal for me to say, quote, the part that they bolded, it's really important for people in Norfolk County to know about this story. They are criminalizing me for saying that I think it's important that people know the truth. They are criminalizing that. They put me in shackles and invaded my home because I said those words in a blog. I wrote those words. That should scare the shit out of everyone. So here's the Colin Albert quote. On July 8th, 2023, Kearney broadcast a live YouTube video, episode 956. During the broadcast, Kearney stated that he has Colin Albert's cell phone number. He stated he's going to call it and, quote, hopes the fucker answers. In the video, Kearney places the call via a cell phone while utilizing the speaker. The phone goes to voicemail. The greeting of the voicemail states the phone number of the person Kearney is calling, which is broadcasted on the YouTube video. He leaves the following voicemail. Colin stated that the call came from the phone number, and then they list my phone number. So while claiming that, oh no, you said his phone number on YouTube, they put my phone number in charging documents. They did that with the, oh no, you put his phone number. Now here's your phone number. Oh yes, they really care about doxing, as they call it, doxing. So then this is, Ken Mello didn't get a chance to read this out loud in court, but this is what the charging documents say, quote, yo, I'll do it in Ken Mello voice. So he didn't get a chance to read this, but I'm going to read it in Ken Mello voice just for fun. Yo, Colin, it's Turtleboy from dem Advantage Boys. Bang, 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 bang. Yo, we'll fuck any of you dogs up. Yo, you challenged my boys, dem Advantage Boys, to a fight. And we about that life, son. We about that life. And we from Sharon, son. Yo, y'all Canton bitches ain't hot, yo. Us Sharon bitches are Advantage Boys. Nobody be fucking with us and shit, dog. Yo, call me back. No, but seriously, it's Aidan Kearney from Turtleboy. I just want to know, were you the one who killed John O'Keefe, or was that your uncle Brian? Who hit him first? Who hit him in the back of the head with the thing? Are you worried that you're going to jail for the rest of your life and that you won't be able to play football at Bridgewater State next year? I'd love to have a conversation with you. Your dad kicked me out of your pizza shack, and I didn't get to eat his mediocre chicken parm. So I just wanted to know if you could talk to me about that. And maybe you and I could go for a ride. You could find them Advantage Boys. Bang, bang, bang. I don't know. So give me a call when you get this. Bye. I love how one of them ended it with like, girl, bye. I said that one of them, bye, girl. And I'm charged with a crime. So like that, I'm being charged with that. Now, there's no context to that, obviously. And if you read that in the charging documents, you'd be like, okay, this guy sounds like a hoodlum. What's up with this? Why is this grown man talking like this? But again, context matters. Context does, in fact, matter. Let's listen to what episode is it? 596? This would be in what? 223. Oh. Hold on. Let's do it. Hope this fucker answers. Colin, don't answer. They're all texting him. Will he answer, you think? First of all, I'm wearing a Hardo shirt. That's the best shirt. Look at the shirt I'm wearing. So here we go. This is like, imagine Ken Mello voice and then what really happens.
Please leave your message for 78196.
Yo, Colin, it's Turtleboy from them Advantage Boys. Bang, 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 bang. Yo, we'll fuck any of you dogs up. Yo, you challenge my boys, them Advantage Boys, to a fight, dog. And we about that life, son. We about that life. Yo, we from Sharon, son. Yo, your Canton bitches ain't hard, yo. Us Sharon bitches, us Advantage Boys. Nobody be fucking with us and shit, dog. So, yo, call me back. No, but seriously, it's Aidan Kearney. It's like, look at that. Like, no, but like, see the part there? Obviously, in case you missed the fact that that's obvious satire, and you got to actually play the video of him saying, bang, bang, Advantage Boys, we're going to fuck you Advantage Boys up. Like, I'm mocking him for that. I'm not actually hard. I'm not hard. I'm not a gangster. I'm a 41-year-old man with 2 kids and a little production studio here in my basement next to the boiler. That's me. I'm not hardcore. I ain't gangster. But neither is, like, he's not, he lives in Canton too. So I'm mocking him for that because he's a suburban white kid. Like, let's be honest. Stop it. Okay? Relax there, pal. You got confirmed. You're not hood. Okay? So I am clearly mocking him there. But just in case you missed that, just in case you missed the obvious satire or didn't get the reference, I immediately transist to no, but seriously. AKA, everything I just said was not serious. That was a joke. I'm making a joke. Now comes the serious part where I ask serious questions about a murder. I just want to know, were you the one who killed John O'Keefe, or was that your Uncle Brian? Who hit him first? Who hit him with the back of the head with the thing? Are you worried that you're going to go to jail for the rest of your life, and that you won't be able to play football at Bridgewater State next year? I'd love to have a conversation with you. Your dad kicked me out of your pizza shop, and I didn't get to eat his mediocre chicken parm. So I just wanted to know if you could talk to me about that. And maybe you could tell me, maybe you and I could go for a ride. We could find them Advantage Boys. Bang, bang. I don't know. So give me a call when you get this. Bye. That's a felony. Like what you just heard there, according to this, again, let me read what it says. I mean, I can't, first of all, I would be embarrassed to say this like at all, like what he actually put in here, but what it said, that he's like sad. He said that, it goes on to say that, wait, what did I just do? On July 26th, 𝗀𝗄𝗄𝗆 of the State Police Norfolk interviewed Colin Albert regarding harassment he has received from Kearney and his followers. July 26, 2023, the State Police interviewed Colin for the first time. They have not, by July 26th of 2023, they had not interviewed him about the fact that he was inside 34 Fairview Road on the night John O'Keefe was killed. They had not interviewed him yet. 18 months later, they never spoke to someone who was inside that house. The first time they decide to speak to him is in regards to me, not the murder that they're investigating, for which he was present, but the YouTube guy talking about that. That's the country that we're living in right now. That is who the men with guns and badges are investigating. They're a joke. They're not serious. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 don't poke the turtle, young man. I don't know who you think you are, and that's not a threat. I know you guys like to pretend everything's a threat. It's not a threat at all. But you're not going to get away with what you did. You're not going to get away with that. You wanted to lay with pigs. You're going to be treated like the pig that you are. You're not a cop. You're a filthy, disgusting pig. And by the way, he's interviewing Colin on July 26th. That is one day after I confronted him in the bathroom at Norfolk Superior Court. One day. He went to Colin out of spite for me. He did that while it was fresh on his mind. And by the way, about a week before this interview, Colin had to testify in front of a federal grand jury. The FBI came to him with a subpoena, and he's the victim. That's what they want you to believe. Madness. Goes on to say, he is the son of Chris and Juliana Albert and was 17 years of age on the day that O'Keefe was killed. On April 17th, Kearney posted on Twitter a statement alleging Colin Albert is responsible for the murder of John O'Keefe. Oh no, God forbid. God forbid. They are criminalizing speech, specifically stating that Colin and O'Keefe were in a fist fight at 34 Fairview Road. By the way, I was quoting Alan Jackson's affidavit. Is he charged too? He shouldn't be. But is it okay? Lawyers can say shit, but other people can't? Is that what you're saying? Is that how free speech works in this country now? Just asking. Kearney authored several additional posts about Colin, his alleged propensity for violence, nothing alleged, and personal information, including where he will be attending college. It was on Twitter, Bridgewater State sharing his shit. Since that time, he has become the target of harassment and intimidation on social media. Employees of his college, Bridgewater State University, have received emails from people who copied Kearney's false allegations. Who the fuck is Bukkake to say, or no, Tully to say that these are false allegations? He has no right to say that these are false allegations. None. He has no evidence that they're false because his people never interviewed him, never spoke to him, never asked for his phone, never asked for, brought him in the room and asked him, took pictures of his hands. Nothing. They know shit. They know nothing. You have no right to call them fake or false allegations. And so he plays that. Then he goes, Colin stated to Sergeant Bukkake that the intimidation he has received from Kearney has made him sad, scared, and paranoid. This is real life. Guys, I'm being charged because Colin Albert is sad, guys. He's sad. The things that I'm saying about him and his involvement in John O'Keefe's murder, which he's the only person in that house who had a beef with John O'Keefe, the only one. He was inside that house when John O'Keefe was killed. It's undeniable. And they want me to believe that he's sad because I'm talking about that. So the two most protected people in this whole situation are Colin Albert and Elizabeth Proctor. They really are. They are both aggressive. They both are, bullies. And when you point this out, they try to bully you more. And then they get the full protection and power of the Massachusetts State Police. I've been investigated for months for this. Months. I had men with guns come to my house and invade it and take my personal property because these two individuals are that protected. That protected. They are the most protected people in the country, man. I'm telling you. Those two in particular. But again, personally, me, I would be, even if I hated me and I wanted me to go to jail, I would be so embarrassed and emasculated to put it in writing that Turtleboy made me sad. I would be so embarrassed. I mean, that guy is going to have to live with that for the rest of his life, that Turtleboy makes me sad. Maybe we'll make t-shirts for that. Turtleboy makes me sad. Good Lord. I mean, what's his name? Morrissey defending this kid on his show a million times. It was just wild. I mean, on his press conference, leave him alone. He fears physical harm from strangers, he says. The guy that goes around saying, bang, bang, oh, fuck y'all bitches up. He fears physical harm from strangers. He attended Bridgewater State, where he was a member of the football team. He was enrolled to return in the fall of 2023. But due to the past harassment and the threat of future harassment, he chose to withdraw from the university football team. That's bullshit. Allie McCabe didn't withdraw from Ithaca. Jen McCabe goes out in public. You didn't drop out because of that. That's bullshit. It's a lie. And they're just printing these lies and charging me with it. By the way, he goes, on September 24th, Kearney broadcast a live YouTube video at the 2-hour, 31-minute mark. He is talking about an interaction he had with Jill Daniels, Colin's aunt. While describing their interaction, Kearney stated, I'm trying to put her like godson nephew in jail and, kind of like destroy their life. I'll play that whole clip another time, and maybe we'll do this on Tuesday when we got more time. But if you play the clip, what was I talking about when I said that? I was talking about how Jill Daniels has the hots for me. Because she does. Everybody knows that. Obviously, Jill Daniels wants to rape the shit out of me. Everybody knows that. It couldn't be more obvious. We had a poll. It was like 90-10. She doesn't deny it. She stalked me in Canton. She couldn't wait to come see me. She was like, got all moist when she answered the phone and she heard my voice. It's just a fact. And I was pointing out that that's wild to me because I'm trying to put her loved ones in jail with my journalism, which would in fact destroy their life. Because when you go to jail for life, your life is destroyed. I don't know if you know that. And that's a threat. Witness intimidation. Wild, man. Wild. So this is a joke, man. I can't fucking wait. I wish the trial was tomorrow, man. I wish a motherfucker would. Maybe we'll just waive it. Maybe we'll just go right to the speedy trial, baby. Let's fuck. But now, I'll tell you one thing. I don't think it's ever going to get there. I don't think it's ever going to get there simply because I don't think the Karen my trial is intertwined with the Karen Reed thing. Karen Reed would obviously happen before me. And I don't think the feds are going to let Karen Reed happen. I don't. A lot of people are like, where are the feds? Are they coming? They're going to have to. Because if they don't, wouldn't they be called to testify? Wouldn't that happen? Wouldn't they have to get up there and explain what they can't keep it a secret forever. So I have a hard time believing that could ever happen. Just saying. Yeah. Jill Daniels literally stopped traffic to talk to me. That's the effect I have on her. That was the joke. He's like, I'm doing all this work to make sure that people you love are incarcerated. And you're still up here trying to, ride the turtle, if you will. Chill, girl. Easy, pussycat. Not happening. I don't touch Brian Albert's leftovers. No, thank you. No, thank you. The Albert's already had a piece of that pie. I'm good. Trust me. All right. Anyone else have any other questions? Turtle chats. I got another turtle chat here from Erica sends $25 and says, keep on fighting for truth and justice. Will do, Eric. I appreciate that very, very much. Anyone else have any other questions they want to ask? Fire away. We'll do a little Q&A to end it. So on we didn't even get to a lot of the charging document shit because we did more of the, like, here's me saying I'm peaceful and stuff. We'll get to that on Tuesday. We'll break the charging documents down more. But again, the Glare has done a fantastic job of that. So check out his work as well. Check out, I mean, there's so many good shits out there, man. I'm going to forget some. LTL podcast, the Young Jerks, obviously, the 13th Juror, Sleuthy Goosey. I'm forgetting some already. Oh, Making Law Simple. There's been so many good ones, man. So many good ones. So, all right. Anybody have any questions they want to ask? She wants that. Yikes. She's seen the videos. She knows about the extra emoji. It's no secret. I'm going to be posting my attorney's press release tomorrow on a blog. I just got it. Oh, yeah. Semolina, send me a message. So I could also use volunteers. But again, I hate putting out like a feeler for volunteers because I always end up hearing from people who want to get involved, but then they don't really follow through. So, but Semolina, I like you. You're a very crafty, smart in person. I know you did a good job in this. So send me a message. But what we could use help with is Elizabeth 𝗫𝗏𝗏𝗄𝗏 from the Good Counsel, the nonprofit in Manhattan that is launching or researching how they're going to file a lawsuit for my civil liberties being violated here. She could use help doing some background research on this story because she knows very little about the Karen Read story, and she is not here to exonerate Karen Read. She's got that covered. She is here to sue the people who arrested me. And so if you would like to help her out, research that, send me a message if you're interested in helping with the lawsuit, because that's something different. No, she kills it on Twitter. This girl kills it on Twitter with the trolls. Just slays them. It's funny. And she does it in like a laid back, never gets angry, like never loses her cool. Because a lot of these trolls can get you to lose your cool. But she just hits them with facts and it's really good stuff. Check her out on Twitter. She's a good follow. Olivia Lambo, one of my favorite follows on Twitter. Probably my favorite right now. But what is this? Who's this guy? You sent. Okay. Anybody else have any other questions? Oh, that's Kevin. No, that's Yellow. He's lost his mind. That guy's lost his marbles. That's a good question. I haven't even looked into the picketing charge. I don't even know which one's the picketing charge. Well, I'm like, picketing? Picketing. Okay. All right. Why don't we block the Joe Cool guy? Because he's just here to troll. And again, I don't mind you coming on here and sharing your disagreements. But if you're just going to troll and use a fake account, bye-bye. See ya. Just saying. All right. Anyone have any questions? If not, any turtle chats here? A couple turtle chats. Leah. I think it's Leah. Sends $25 and says, who is Colin Albert's friend who was arrested for drug dealing by John O'Keefe? I have no idea anything about that. That was a Kevin Lynn. That was a Yellow Cottage Tale special. That's how we probably all should have known that that guy's not right in the head. He's the one that did the that alleged that he was a drug dealer. I never pursued that angle. I got an email about it. Krusty Panties actually sent me an email saying that she's the one that started the rumor that Colin was a drug dealer. That's what she said. And I read the email out loud on my stream, and I'm like, I don't know about that. I've seen no proof of that, but I got an email, and I don't know. Could be legit, could not be legit. I don't know. But I read the email. I never said it was a fact. I never printed it. And it turns out it was her. She was like, see, he'll report anything. It's like, yeah, I read an email out loud that I got, and I specifically gave it with the caveat that we don't know if this is true or not. So, yeah. Next, Colleen sends $15 and says, I admire your courage. Thank you. And I'm rooting for you and Karen Reed from Ottawa, Canada. Truth will prevail. Keep up the good fight, Turtleboy. Much love. We've had, thank you very much, Colleen. We have gotten so much international love lately. I have people messaging me from South Africa, like Ireland recently, Australia. People are messaging me and following this story everywhere. Thank you. Thank you for arresting me. Kathleen sends $5 and said, sent money earlier, but wanted to add more in this. You hired the best attorney from what I can see. What a great intro by him. Wish I could be there on Thursday, but repping from Atkinson, New Hampshire. Thank you very much, Kathleen. You'll be there in spirit for sure. For sure. All right. Anybody else have any other questions they want to ask? Let me check the chat. It was him, right? Like like his show, they went off on that tangent. I'm like, I'm not going down that hole. That sounds like bait. No, thank you. Am I on? Yes, I am on. I am going on some shows this week. I honestly forgot my schedule. Who did I agree to go on this week? I think I have one tomorrow or Wednesday. I'll make a post about it. I promised someone I want to go on. Oh, I'm going to go on New Bedford Guide. I forget the other ones. I forget. Anyone else have questions? What time? Thursday, 9 a.m. Thursday at 9 a.m. Can you wear a sleeveless shirt tomorrow? Stop it. You're going to make me blush. It's too cold. It's cold. And I don't want to get locked up with that on. It'd be really cold. How'd you like the drunk at the Worcester rally? There was a drunk there? I know there was a drunk there. The Denver Broncos? No, they suck. Oh, Bob. Yeah, I got to get on Bob's stream. I got to jump on with Bob. Remind me to contact Bob Mata if he's out there. Love to go back on Bob's stream. That'd be cool. Dude, I got to go to Casey's in Weymouth. I have to check it out. Is it, who's the owner? Can I contact the owner? I'd love to do an event there, actually. Maybe we could do like a legal defense fundraiser there, something like that. That would be cool. Is it big inside? What's it like? I heard the nachos are good. Dude, they have a big sign outside that says free Karen Reed and free Turtleboy. And then 117 from Michael Chestnut. We need to go there. We got to check that place out. Have to. It is in Dedham. Did I say Stoughton? Dedham, Norfolk Superior Court. Norfolk Superior Courthouse, the Karen Reed Courthouse. They find that Fort Edge yet or not? That's become another good line. That's my perp walk line. You guys find that Fort Edge yet? You guys have find out who's driving that Fort Edge? I hope you find out who's driving that Fort Edge. Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. What town is court? It's in Dedham again. Dedham. Am I currently dressing for jail? Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to wear stuff like that. Thank you. Where can we send merch? Well, you can send it to my house. I'm not going to give out my address on this show, but if you look it up, it's probably like listed in all sorts of charging documents and court records at this point. So you can figure out my address. People have been sending me a lot of shit in the mail. I've gotten a lot of really, really nice stuff. Really nice stuff. And like all the, like this shit. Oh my God. the 𝗵𝗵𝗧𝗂𝗍 messaging, David Yannetti thing. Oh boy. We're I've talked to my lawyer about that. We're gonna have some. That was a mistake. That was a mistake on their part. Giving her information, because there's no other way that could have came out. Yeah, I've been pretty honest that I've contacted Karen's attorneys before, because that's what reporters do. I could contact Karen myself if I want. I can contact anyone for a story I'm working on. You don't have to talk to me. If you have a statement, you give it. The only one of Karen's 4 attorneys who I talked with on text message was David Yannetti. Because that was the preferred communication. Whereas the others, I communicated with Elizabeth Little via email, because I had to write. People forget this. I wrote an affidavit in the Sean McCabe thing to say that I was threatened by this guy. That required communication. So I had to email her. Alan Jackson, I've talked to on the phone about that, because they work together, those two. Ian Henchy, I've had to email him about something before. But the only one I texted was David Yannetti. And immediately, 𝗵𝗵𝗧𝗂𝗍 contacted him and only him. None of the other 3 attorneys. Within 2 hours of them taking my phone, that information had, quote, been making the rounds. That's going to have to be explained in court. You can make statements like that. If you're lying, they're going to want to know how you knew that, because it was factual. It was factual. And you said that they were making the rounds. So were you lying? Were you lying? We'll see. We'll see. And it would not surprise me at all. They'll say, well, there's no way Brian Tully is contacting 𝗵𝗵𝗧𝗂𝗍𝗂𝗍. Never said they directly contacted. Brian Tully could tell Michael Proctor, who could tell Elizabeth Proctor, who could tell 𝗵𝗵𝗧𝗂𝗍𝗂𝗍. It's a million ways of telephone that could get out. Brian Tully's not supposed to tell anyone that, but he did. Say bye. My accent's not that bad. It comes out at certain times. Free Michael Morrissey's back. Yikes. Yeah, I know. I need to talk to, because he's a defense attorney, man. I've been charged. I got to talk to him. I know. We need to start making more t-shirts for some of the quotes. We have so many great quotes from this man. One of my favorites that I laugh at sometimes is, so I'm a witness in the Karen Reed trial, but not really. That's one of my favorites. I'm a witness, but not really. The courthouse step speech was one of my finest moments. That's going to make the documentary. No way that doesn't. I did, man. It was gangster. And they thought they could break my spirits. I saw a post today. Somebody sent it to me that one of them said, you got to read this. They're so mad about it. Oh, no, he wants money. Okay, I'm not giving him shit. Carrie sends $25 with the message, hi, Sean, and then clown face emoji. Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate that. I was looking up, you got to hear this post, and this says it all, really. Quote, seriously. Then he was doing a live stream and vowing to just keep doing the same shit that got him cuffed in the first place. He's a fucking lunatic. They're surprised that I'm still going. Like that, I loved seeing that. They're surprised. Like, oh my God, he's doing the same shit that got him arrested. He was supposed to stop. When we arrested him, he was supposed to stop talking, but he just keeps talking. We can't do it. Oh my God. We get stay away orders and he keeps talking. He didn't learn his lesson because you don't scare me. Oh, motherfucker. None of you bitches scare me. Let's go. Yeah. Thank you, Kara, for putting that together. Great job out there. Great seeing you find people in Kelly Square. I didn't see. I don't follow She of Crust. So besides being innocent, what's the biggest accomplishment you hope to get out of your case? I want to expose the same thing Karen Reed does. I want to expose the Massachusetts State Police and the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office to be the corrupt, conspiring assholes that they are. And I want people to go to jail, especially the proctors. You became a whole ass witness for one of the, exactly. I'm literally a witness. How am I not witness intimidation? Like, these people have intimidated the fuck out of me. He told me I was going to get it. What does that mean? No, I assume there's a Zoom call. I mean, all courtrooms have Zooms, so there might be one. We're trying. My lawyer's working on getting that. They're being douchebags about it because they know we're going to make t-shirts. We're going to make Daddy is Ready to Fuck t-shirts. Just have the mugshot. Oh, it's going to be awesome. I'm saying I am the victim of witness intimidation. Totally. If they are, I certainly am. No, she messaged him on Twitter. He invaded my private area. I forgot about that one. That was a good one too. All right. I mean, Thursday, she raged last night. I have no idea. Oh, probably. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. I'm a First Amendment kind of guy. I forgot about that. I'm a First Amendment guy kind of guy. Anyone else have any questions? No, we're actually making. I've signed. I've begun filming, making some videos. I'm not saying who. It's going to blow your mind. It's a very big name. And when this all comes out, I was so happy about the arrest. I'm like, oh, the documentary just got so much better. It's going to be dope. Wait till you find out who it is. Let's just put it that way. We'll leave it there. Wait till you find out who it is. All right. I'm just going to scroll to the end of the comments because I'm trying to catch up. But anyone else have any comments? Any questions? I'm definitely going to write a book through all this. I've already talked to an attorney about it that wants to kind of handle that. So that's going to be fun. I don't know anything about any 911 call, but I hope it gets released soon. Oh, man. Imagine if there's imagine, if you will, if there's a video, if there's a audio recording out there of one of the so-called witnesses, whispering into a phone at 6:07 a.m. and saying, nobody's fucking coming out of the house. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine if there's a thing like that, directing individuals inside that house not to come outside the house, whispering it too. Imagine. I don't know anything about it though, but that would be fucking wild, huh? Oh my gosh. That would be so crazy. The protest schedule, I don't have it. So check on the Justice for John and Karen Facebook group. She gets ratioed to high hell on Twitter all the time. And that's the sign of a boomer, is when they constantly get ratioed and they are just completely unaware of it. And they're like, oh, maybe well, I can't be the crazy one. Everyone else must be crazy. Must be these crazy conspiracy people. Right. No, I mean, I'll just be there in the capacity as a defendant. So I will not be filming anything, but What happens Thursday in court? We have a motion to modify the terms of bail, whatever. I'm not going to save my costume yet. Hopefully other people will be at the costume party in Malden next Saturday. So next week's show is going to be on Sunday again because I'll be at the Halloween party. We got to do some Mass Pike ones too. If we're going to do Central Mass ones, like Auburn is the nexus of everything. Get some protests in Auburn. Ew, Kyle. Deanie chicken parms with no water. Back to back, or have to finger DA. Oh, come on. Rather drink Riccio's hot dog water. Yikes. Yikes. All right, guys. I'm gonna call it a night. And thank you. Oh, we got a Cash App here. Just gotta read real quick before we end it. I don't want to miss anyone. Kevin sends $25 and says, keep talking. Looking forward to the duck boats. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's the plan. But all right. All right, guys. We'll call it a night and we will see everybody for the next episode of the live show Tuesday. We'll be going over more of the charging documents, reading them and seeing just how bullshit this case is. But we're not going to forget about Kearney. We're going to keep pushing forward with that as new information comes out. And we'll talk soon. Peace, Turtle Riders.